Hello, my heroes and villains, this is me, your illustrated sausage grand tomato slime extraordinaire, and we're back in Honkai Impact 3rd, specifically the Elysian Realm. We took a little bit of a break from the Elysian Realm to go hang out with Otto. That was fun. I definitely don't have any trauma there. I definitely don't miss him already. But we're back and ready to hang out with the pink lesbian and the lady of the lake and a hot bird and this guy. I do remember them. I don't remember what voices I've given them. So we're gonna be playing around with that. Congratulations, Waddle, for being first. Congratulations on being first. Oh, and congratulations, Hope, for being first. Enjoy your first. But yeah, let's talk to the people.
Seems
like you haven't been wearing your hood as much lately. Do you like it? I do. Didn't you say you wouldn't let me see again? Well, you aren't afraid that people will think you've gotten younger? Wait a minute. Could it be? No, I don't care what Alicia thinks. Oh, I see. I was the one who brought up Alicia. I see. Nat crushing on the pink, huh? Don't tell anyone, alright? That broken sword. Is that the key of domination? How did you get it? The broken blade Hua gave me. Hua gave it to me. What about it? There are others here wielding keys of domination. Hua, May, another lie. You're still bothered by the past. You speak as if you understand my past. No, but at least I know what you used the keys of domination to do. The monsters forbidden you to touch them long ago, right? Why do you even have to ask this? Just to see if the rumor is true. After all, it would be easy destroying hundreds of keys of domination. I only regret that I didn't destroy the one I intended to. He did that on purpose. To die in the sea of the Hersher was the most humiliating end for Emily. He was the one who wanted to kill me, who I had to finish him myself. He shouldn't have been made into a divine key. No one was qualified to control him but me. But judging from what happened later, it seemed that just coincidence, like everything else in the world. I don't believe it was fate that turned you this way, Hersher. Well, that's still acceptable. At least I gave Emily a clean break after I became a mantis. It wasn't the best for him, but it was grand enough. And the broken blade on your back, it witnessed all of it. My ichor turned him into something that could inspire fear, even in May, and that wasn't bad for him at all. I don't know who he's talking about. Alright, let's talk to Sue first. Hello, visitor. Long time no see, Sue. I rarely see you show up here. The me you're seeing is but a lingering image of Bodhi. Since I'm just an illusion, why should I appear before you often? Disturb your thoughts. Your partners don't seem to think that way. Some of them even exhibit strong hostility. Please forgive them, for that might be the proof of them once being human. Everyone is troubled by their own obsessions, and we are no exception. Those obsessions are what allow us to shine in our own ways during our brief lives. I can understand it, but I can't say I approve of it.
ここにいる時も
It's the position you should take, visitor. Whether here, whether in here or in reality, I can read.
現実
Reality.
私は現実で本物のケビンとフワに会ったことがある
Seeing the real Kevin and Hua in the real
彼ら
world,
は今でも
they're still
それぞ
changing
れ
the
の
world in
道
their
を
own
歩んでいま
ways.
す
But Sue,
生き残った
I
英傑
doubt
は
they're the only
彼ら
surviving
だけじゃ
flame
ないはず
cases.
でしょ
Yeah, literally Sue was alive.
すまない
Heck.
来訪者。その質問に対して僕も正しい答えを出せない。
He might have been melted in the Sea of Quanta by now, but he was alive still. Sorry, visitor. I can't give you an accurate answer.
もし全てがうまくいけば、
If everything is going
本
according
物
to
のスー
plan,
は今頃
the real Sue
ケビ
should
ンに
be
協力
assisting
し、
Kevin with the Moss
火
project.
を追うが、しかし
But since you never
君が
met me
本当
before
の僕
coming
に会
here,
っていな
I
いという
suppose
のな
something I
ら、
couldn't foresee has happened.
あなたの予見の中では
According to your prediction,
誰が
who
新時
will
代の先
become
行
the
者になる
pioneers of the new
Kevin,
age?
エデン、
Kevin, Eden, Mobius,
Mobius,
Aponia, and
ア
me.
ポニア、それから僕自身さ。
Huh. But that's definitely not correct. Because we haven't seen any of these three in the modern time, and he's not accounting for Fuhua.
僕の予見では、僕たちはそれぞれ違う使命を背負い、新時代の大地で奔走している。
My prediction is that we'll be driven by our respective missions to roam the land in the new age.
もちろんその中
Of
で、
course, there are certain
行動が予想
unpredictable
できない人も。
individuals.
メビウス
Mobius.
ああ、
It's
メ
more
ビ
of
ウ
a
スに
personal
関しては
judgment than
彼女
prediction.
の命に対する研
Her
究
research
は
on
も
life
う
has
戻
passed
れ
the
ない
point
と
of
ころ
no
まで
return.
来ている。
Death is now something she can
死
control.
は
Well,
彼
that
女にとっ
sounds
て、
cool.
僕はメビウスが本当
I've
の死
never
を迎え
seen
る
any
未来
future where
を予
Mobius
見
can
したこと
truly
がない。
die. Even if
たとえ
civilization
文明が消え
perishes,
ても、
her life goes
彼
on.
女多分人知を超えた存在だけが
Only beings
彼女
beyond
の
human
命を
knowledge
奪えるのか
can
もしれ
claim
な
her
い。
life.
もしくは、
Oh, no. If she
いや、
made the choice herself,
そんな選
she
択
won't
を
be
する彼女
Mobius
は
anymore. So Mobius should still be alive.
なんだか
Is the Mobius we've seen
ここにいる
the
人
real
はみんな
Mobius then?
あなたに強く出ることができないように感じるわ
Somehow, I feel that none of the people here give you any trouble. Not even Kalpus.
みんな私のことが好きだ
Isn't
から
that
じゃ
because
ない
everyone likes me?
当然
Of
よね
course, we're a group of kind and
英
lovely
傑たちは
people.
みんな優
We
し
get
くて
along well
可愛い
naturally. Dot, dot, dot.
それに
And I don't think it's very
戦後
nice to
と
say
いう言
not
い方
even
は良くないわ
Kalpus. People
彼
might be
に対して
misled into
何か
thinking you're
偏
biased
見でも
against
持って
him.
るんじゃないそれは失礼したわ
Sorry, I
そう
didn't
いう意
mean
味で
that.
分かってる
Yeah, I know.
メイ
You're
は
a good
私と
girl
同
like
じで
me,
優
and
しい
you
もの
wouldn't badmouth
誰
anyone
かの
behind their
悪
back.
口それに戦後はね
Besides, Kalpus
本
isn't
当
that
は
horrible
そ
at
んな
all.
に怖く
With the
ない
right method of communication,
正
he
しい
can be
接
nice
し
and
方さえ
friendly
心得れ
too.
ば穏やかで
Nice.
おとなし
Friendly.
い
Sorry, it's hard for me to associate
ご
him
めん
with
な
those
さい
words.
それはきっと
That's because you haven't gotten the
メ
chance
イ
to
は
look
まだ
into
け
his
ど
heart.
大丈夫
But don't worry.
私が
Remember
前
the
に
book I
渡し
gave
た
you?
本を
A
覚えて
Dummy's
る
Guide to Kalpus?
本に書いてある方
Just
法
follow
通
the
りに
steps in the book, and I
一歩
believe
ず
you'll
つ
become a
実践すれば
Kalpus master in no
読ま
time.
せてもらったけど誰もがあの
I've
方
read
法を
it, but
使えるとは思
I
え
don't think the
ない
instructions work for
だか
everyone.
らあなたと一緒に
In
いる
other
時に
words, there
見
must
せ
be some
る
sort of
彼の
reason
友
behind
好的
Kalpus's
な態度に
unusual
は
friendliness
他
towards
に
you.
他に理由
Special reasons?
そんなも
Are
のあ
there
ったか
such
しら
things? I guess it must be
強い
true.
て言えばあのことさくらが
When
彼
he
の
was
ことを
brought
ヒ
to the
ーロ
moss
ー
by
が連れ帰
Sakura,
ってきた
he was
時
deemed a severe
脅
threat
威
and
対
tossed
象と
into the
判
deep
断され
end.
て失神の
The
書
deep end?
でも
But
そ
I
んな
didn't
の
think
当
this
人
was
からし
fair
た
to
ら
him,
フェアじゃ
so
な
I
い
made
で
a
しょ
trip there myself.
正直なところ
Honestly, it's
あそこ
cold
は
and
暗く
dark,
て寒
not
いし
exactly ideal for
客
guests.
人をもてなす
And
ような場所
Kalpus,
じゃないわ
his passion and energy
それ
shouldn't go
に
to
戦
waste.
後のだから戦
So
後
after
とあ
reaching
る
a
決め
certain
事を
agreement
した
with
後
him, I
私
came
は
up with
彼
a
を
way
あ
to
そ
get
こ
him
か
out
ら
of
連れ
there.
出す方決め事
Agreement?
約束
Well, maybe
と
a
言った
promise is
方
more
が戦
accurate.
後はね
Kalpus is
そう
true
い
to
う
his
ことを
word,
大事
one
に
of
す
his
るタイプな
virtues.
の
I learned about that
男
later.
の彼がした約束
If
で
he
あれ
has
ば
promised something, he'll
何
do
があろ
anything
う
to
と
make it
もちろ
happen.
ん彼
Of
は
course,
相手
he
に同
expects
じ
the
こ
same
とを
from other
求める
people.
わ
So, May,
だから
try
ね
not
メ
to
イ
promise Kalpus anything
で
he
き
can't
ないこと
deliver.
でないと
Otherwise, I don't think anyone can afford to see his
あ
broken
んな
heart
悲しい
again.
戦
Complete shallow sequence 1 sword. Deep exploration. I don't remember how to get Alicia to skip things for me. I just have to click. Was it just click Alicia can help? Huh. I thought these would reset. They sure didn't. Oh well. I guess we will have to actually do some of this. Oh boy. 56, huh? Why isn't there a claim? Oh, never mind. That claimed them all. Okay, everybody here is required. Good Mobius, Kevin. You won't have to report your itinerary to me right in May. It's pointless. But some questions can only be answered by you, the leader of the Flame Chasers. What do you want to know? It's about Mobius. The craziness and maliciousness she has shown makes it hard to believe she's a member of the Flame Chasers. Is it simply because she created the Elysian realm, or because she was a survivor of the tragedy? Your suspicion is unfounded, right, May. Before coming here, you should have known the purpose of the Elysian realm. The Flame Chasers here, no matter which path they take, are only focused on defeating Honkai. There's no doubt about that. And that goes for Mobius, too. It's just that very few people can understand the path she took. What about Alicia? You hesitated, Kevin. Why? What are you getting at? Mobius called Alicia a traitor. I don't find Mobius trustworthy, but your hesitation affirmed my suspicion. So, Mobius was right. Alicia, she was a traitor, but she never put herself in a position that endangered humanity. She's a Hersher. Till the end, her past never changed, and neither did her purpose. Before we met, she'd carried her cross and suffered, but I only discovered the truth in the end. I don't want to continue on this topic. That's enough. This is the first time that I think we've seen Kevin actually kind of uncomfortable and not wanting to continue a conversation, specifically out of like concern for someone else. 1 second, I sensed a shift in Kevin's tone. That was the first time I saw such a pain and sorrow in his face. Alicia, what happened between you and Kevin? Hi, Mobius. Alright, Labrat. Who badmouthed me this time? You won't tell me. Okay, I'll just guess. Let me see. Alicia? No. Sakura? Doesn't seem like her. Culprits? Probably not. Who was it? The snake-like chair slowly levitated and closed the distance between May and her. They were so close that May could see a reflection in her snake-like eyes. She couldn't help but take a step back. Why did you back away? If I fall, you'll take full responsibility. It's not here, Mobius. I'm not in the mood to play your games. Mobius, I don't understand why you're so passionate about modifying the successes. You make me feel like your intention has always been to modify us rather than to pass on your legacy. But the modification shouldn't mean anything to you as a mere sim, unless... Mobius, you're really just a mixture of past memories. May, you're so smart for a lab rat. I'm getting more and more interested in you. Mobius reached out her hand to May. Even in the warm light of the garden, her arms seemed pale and translucent. A mistake by the creator. This thought suddenly came into May's mind. That's right. From the beginning, there wasn't such a thing as Mobius' sim. Before your eyes is the one and only Mobius, the real me. If you still don't believe it, wanna try shaking my hand? This doesn't prove anything, Mobius. I don't know how it works, but I can make physical contact with the Sims in the realm. Ah, you didn't buy it. Great job, Labrat. Mobius took back her hand and feigned applause. Something metallic flashed between her fingers for a moment. I should need to be more careful with you. What are you talking about, hair lady? I don't quite get it. I love her. I would die for her. When is she coming to Star Rail? Alicia told me you brought Calpus into the moss. Yes, but that wasn't my intention. Huh? I met him in the middle of a mission, and we had a kind of conflict. Back then, he wasn't a mantis yet. But he was still strong enough to fight me, a mantis head to head. That's why the higher-ups ordered me to take him back to the moss base and keep him detained in the deep end. The deep end? Alicia mentioned that place too. What's it like? Sorry, Miss Radin. I've never been there and I can't answer this question. I thought you'd be more familiar with it as a member of Cocoon. No, you misunderstood. The deep end had no connection to Cocoon. I've only heard about it, but I'm sure it's part of the shadow side of the moss, maybe even the darkest corner. So I suggest you drop your investigation. Stepping into the deep end doesn't do you any good. But if you insist, you may ask the flame chasers who are once detained there. I believe they'll be better equipped to answer your questions. Like Calpus, and Mobius, Aponia too. Aponia? I guess you haven't met her yet. Might be a good thing for you. After all, not many people can understand her. That makes me want to see her all the more. Alright, well, we gotta do some stuff, so we might as well do the stuff. And we'll get 4 of the skippies from this. If I don't want to choose my buffs. Actually, I should probably choose buffs. Sure. Sure. Oh no! Okay. Where's my load? Yeah. Play character deals this much total damage by default. Each flame chases nothing. Where do I see my load? Ah, 25 of 30. If I drop, yeah, sure. We'll just keep with this. There's no reason to change anything. I don't exactly have a higher level persona anyway. I've not grinded out Siren yet. Finish early. Alright, I don't remember who is who. Okay, that one's Mobius. I don't remember what anything does, so let's go to Mobius. I love her. I do love hearing little Senti go off after a fight.
私の助
Seems
け
like
が
you
必
need my
要
help, Archer. Oh yeah, I don't need to read these. Sure. I genuinely don't remember whose stuff I liked.
電線雷鳴の時
これが力になるといいのですが
I guess Fuhuas, because I have Fuhua set as my support. Fuhuas were dodge related, right? Still haven't met this guy yet. Or Mobius. Was Deliverance Kevin?
電線雷鳴の時雷鳴
怖がらないで私がついています
吠えなさい栗から
Rawr!
雷鳴が来る
Bleh!
一刀両断
その小道を覗いた時に諦めることを選ぶ人はたくさんいた。
Yeah, Kevin, give me more shit. There's Kevin. That's the shop. Or is that the shop? No, it's gold. Okay. Oh my god, my fucking controller drift. Alright, who's Helix?
電線雷鳴
We're learning who everyone is all over again. I feel like they could very easily bring Mobius into Star Rail as a Genius Society or Intelligentsia Guild member. Probably Intelligentsia. Because I think all the Genius Society members are named, right? That's Sue. I think I've already gone into Daybreak and I don't remember who it is.
電線雷鳴の
I mean, obviously I've already gone into all of them,
こ
but
れが力にな
like
るといいので
today.
すが
It is really unfortunate that, like, can you stop running away, asshat? Well, I still do stand by my thought of I don't want Star Rail to just become all HI3 XP characters. The more I play HI3, definitely the more I want more of them in Star Rail. Because, like, I'm gonna die when Fu Hua finally shows up, when Marshal Hua becomes a actual character. Yeah, okay, we did go into Daybreak. It was him. I'm gonna keep forgetting him because we have not met him yet. which sucks. His design is incredible. But like, genuinely, if they ever make a not a Kiana, but a Siren XP in Star Rail, I will die. I don't have money to whale, so I won't whale for it. But like, the second I hear even a rumor of that, I'm locking down all of my rolls to get her to C6.
栗から
If Otto gets a DPS unit that's not the current Luocha, I might also like save really hard for him. Like if he gets an alt unit that's really good. But I don't know. I really like Otto, but not to the in the same way or to the same level that I feel about Siren. Siren is definitely still my favorite. I have ruminated on it. I want to meet you. I believe you're the one that goes off into space. Painted. Okay, well. I'm looking for Fupa and Sakura. I remember liking them.
怖がらないで。私がついています。雷鳴が吠えなさい。栗から。
Go! Wow, thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Kevin. One Sakura, maybe? No, this is Elise. Yeah, it's censored.
行きましょう。怖がらないで。私がついています。雷鳴が吠えなさい。栗から。
Roar!
エリシアからのアドバイス。
But what if I want to ask Kalpus about his mask? That sounds fun. That's Sakura. I'm gonna go to gold though. You know what? Fuck it. To the shop. Hello, character I haven't met yet. Controller drift makes everything difficult. I'm honestly kind of just picking stuff at random. Okay, goodbye. Discipline fool?
コード開始。雷鳴。吠えなさい。栗から。
Go!
雷鳴が
Come on! No, okay. One day we'll meet her. I assume by the end of, presumably tonight, unless I don't go, the full segment, we'll meet all of the flame chasers.
これが力になるといいのですが。強風よ、私に服従しなさい。
Go!
千鳥、バットン。心を落ち着かせるのです。
There's the Fuhua. Yeah, Fuhua's was the one that I liked. Mm.
電線雷鳴の時、行動開始。強風よ、私に服従しなさい。千鳥、バットン。
Every time. Almost every time.
Densen 怖がらないで、私がついています。雷鳴が人類のために戦う律。
Her and Fuhua do go good together, though. So I guess I was right in remembering that. Kevin.
電線雷鳴の時、行きましょう。吠えなさい、栗から。
Go!
雷鳴が千鳥、バットン。
どんな人も世界の本当の姿。
Yeah, Kevin. Thank you for your wisdom. I don't really feel like doing the shop.
久しぶり。
Goodbye. I mean, like, I really don't need it. That's how I do stuff. It's not like I'm doing super hard things. Like, this guy's already dead. Okay, it's surviving a little bit more than I expected, actually. No!
雷鳴が来る。
And there it
一刀
goes.
両断。電線雷鳴の時。
なんだか私
Ah,
た
now it's
ち
for
結構
Alicia.
回数合ってるわよね。可愛い乙女心にできないことはないの。
吠えなさい栗から。一刀両断。
怖がらないで。私がついています。
強風よ、私に服従しなさい。千鳥。
Okay, goodbye, Alicia.
自分の運命と向き合うと決めました。
Bam, ba-dam, ba-dam. Hello, what are you guys talking about?
ああ、そうだ。
Yes, I remember him.
僕、
その後
本当か。
Later, he. Really?
僕の印
That
象と
wasn't
は
my
全然
impression
違
at
う。
all.
本当さ。
Really?
それで
And then.
ではまた今度
Let's
話そう。
talk again soon,
Kevin.
Kevin.
ああ、また
See。you later.
す。
ケビン、
Hey, Kevin!
今
What
何
were
の
you guys
話を
just
してい
talking
たの？
about? Looks like you were enjoying yourselves.
過去の話だ。
Just talking about the past.
過去の
何か。
Past? What is it?
スーと話してるあなたは
Seems like every time you chat with Sue, you're different. In a better mood
私
than
が知ってる
usual.
それが最初のあなたなの？
Was like personality once, Prince of Chiba Academy.
僕はずっと僕だ。
I've always been myself.
嘘。さっきはこんな
Fire.
に冷
I
たく
thought your
なかったのに。
expression wasn't so cold.
は
Oh,
あ、
I
俺
guess
が
that's
男
just the
の子
way
た
it
ち
is
の
between
友情
guy
ってもの
friends.
かしら。
That's nice.
うらや。
用がなければ先に行く
You
が。
don't need anything, I'll head out.
待って。
Ah,
あ
don't
なたと
go.
スーやメ
Tell a
イ
story
の話を
about you
もっ
and
と
Sue
聞
and
かせて
May.
よ。
Kevin,
ケビン
Kevin.
ってば。
I love her.
私の推測
If
が
I'm
間違
not
ってい
mistaken,
なけ
the
れ
deep
ば
end is somehow connected to the dark side of the moss,
自
right?
信それともそれ自体
Or is it the dark side
な
itself?
んだリツシャー。メビウスに
But
頭を当てられ
sure,
たいのか。
Mobius claimed your little brain.
忠告したはずだ。
I've warned
そ
you
れを
to
探ろう
not
と
seek
す
it
る
out.
なと。
Ever.
信じないかもしれないけ
You
ど
might find it hard to believe, but
私
it
が
came
自
to
ら
me on
探
its
したわ
own.
け
へ
Is that so?
エリシアよ
It's Alicia.
彼女は
She
無
told
意
me
識のうち
something
にあな
about
た
you and the deep end.
え。エリシア。
Her
またあい
again.
つか。何を言われた。
What did she tell you?
彼女があなたを指針の書か
That you
ら
got
連
you
れ出
out
し
of the deep end, and you should reach some
あ
kind
な
of
たたちの
agreement.
間には
Or deal, as I
何かの
understand.
取
A
引
deal. Can't say you're
確かにエ
wrong.
リシア。メビウス
Alicia,
メイ
Mobius, May.
火を追うガの
The
やつは
moss
取
is
引が
full
好
of
きだから
deal
な。
makers.
何をもって何と
Take
交
something
換
and
する。
exchange it for something
奴らはそれ
else.
が大の
They're
だ。
all expert negotiators.
それで
So, what did Alicia do in exchange for her freedom?
自由。
Freedom.
俺
You
が
let
そ
me
の気になっ
trapped
た
there
時
forever, if not
そ
for
う
her. It's like I
むしろ
lost my
あそこから
freedom after
離れ
leaving
た
that
後に俺
place.
エリシ
Alicia.
ア。あ
She
いつ
gave
が
me an
俺に
endless
くれたのは
war.
永遠に終わらない戦
Shackles
争。
borrowed from another
そ
woman.
れ。
つまり
So you're saying
Alicia が欲しい
Alicia
のは
only wanted your
あなた
power?
の力だ
No,
けだった
no,
の
that doesn't sound like her.
誰もあの女が何を考えてるかなんて知らないが、俺が知ってるの
The
は
only thing I know is she
最
never
後
asked
ま
me
で
to
あ
keep
の
my
女
end of
を
the
俺に
bargain.
取引。
報酬
Your end of the bargain?
あ
Taking
の
me
女
out
が
of the
俺を
deep
指
end.
針の書
She
から出
said
し
she
た
wanted to become a
自
cold
分のため
threat
に
in her
動く
game
高
one
人が
day.
結局
But she
あい
died
つが死ぬ
before
ま
that
でその
day
日
ever
はやっ
came.
てこな
Damn, she wanted him to help her with her video games.
電線雷鳴の時。
そういえば
行動開始。行きましょう。
What we got? What we got? What we got?
電線雷鳴の時。行きましょう。
The plan!
時に足を止めて
Then.
電線雷鳴の時。行動開始。
I'd like to know more about what that shot in the loading screen is from. That definitely seems similar to the what we've seen anyway of the what's it called? The heavenly principles in Genshin. Well, no, the heavenly principles is the person, the place. Celestia! That's what it's called. I'm smart. I need to do the Genshin, the Natlan story still. I did a little bit of it,
か
and
つての
then
私は
haven't in a while.
I 怖がらないで
I did get my riding
私が
seat
つ
too,
いてい
though,
ます
which I'm very happy about.
強風よ、私に服従しなさい。
Now I either wait for a Chiori rerun or the Fire Archon as my role target.
一刀両断。
Oh, we're not done. I have like no characters for Chiori to go with, but I don't care. I want her, and I will get the characters for her to go with eventually. I tried to get Navia on her rerun, but it didn't happen. But it did let me get C2 riding, so. You win some, you'll lose some.
電線雷鳴の時、行きましょう。
これが力になるといいのですが
強風よ、私に服従しなさい。一刀両断。
友よ
My ZZZ plans, I'm really not sure, honestly, because I really want Bernice. There's rumors that Ellen is gonna rerun in 1.3, and I do really want Ellen still.
強風よ、私に服従しな
But
さ
I
い。
do want Caesar too, so like I might do like a roll for her, see what I get, and then
雷鳴が
dump everything in the dump everything into Bernice when she comes out. I just think Bernice seems really funny. I would like to get a character easily and not die trying to get one, like I've had to with both Zhu Yuan and Qingyi. Kind of been awful. Like, I basically hard-pitting Zhu Yuan. And my first loss, or my 50-50 loss for Qingyi was really, really high. It only took like, I think it was like 50 to get her in the second pity, but like still, it took so many rolls. And then Star Rail. I think I'm in saving mode. Rappa seems cool, but like unless the story really gets her, endears her to me, that's an easy skip. Because I mean, I guess spoilers if you haven't done the story yet, but Tingyun's a coming, and I do kind of want Tingyun. Cause I've definitely grown in appreciation for Tingyun since the Xianzhou storyline, the original one. But also like Sunday's gotta be coming. I want Silver Wolf on rerun. Ugh. Why does everyone in this game have to be so cool? Seriously though, give me a Siren and I'll like cry. I do wonder if Star Rail is gonna get any of the crossover content. It's not looking at it right now. It does look like it's just gonna be HI3 that gets Star Rail stuff, but I would think it would be cool if we got HI3 stuff in Star Rail as like an official crossover. It's not really a crossover, it's a connection, but crossover event, you know what I mean. It's the same, like, no, you know, crossover's fine, because it is kind of a crossover. I just, like, I hate when, I hate that Fate, that Grand Order calls all their, quote-unquote, their, like, things collabs, when it's like, you're not collaborating, though. These are all properties owned by your company. That's not how collabs work. It is really funny that people are like, oh, it's such a big deal that Star Rail's getting a crossover with Fate. They never do. They do crossovers all the time. Fate does a ton of collabs, just not in itself. Like, Saber's in a ton of gacha games. You're just only gonna get Nasu characters in Fate Grand Order. It has, like, at this point, it'll have to be a big deal to change that precedent. Like, it can't just be Persona 5. It'll have to be something big.
伝染雷鳴の時
怖がらないで
I don't know if it has
私が
health
つい
yet.
ています
Okay, I think
雷
it
鳴
did.
が吠えなさい栗から 雷鳴が千鳥バットン
Belt home.
疲れたなら
I've almost got all her stuff.
伝染雷鳴の時行きましょう強風よ私に服従しなさい
No. I don't know if there are actually more things, but it seems like the amount of
力を貸しましょう
blessings in this is a lot less than it is in the Star Rail simulated universes. Even in base simu, like it would take a while to get through, or to get like every one of a thing, of a path. But she's only got one left.
伝染雷鳴の時
Then they keep adding more.
吠えなさい栗
I've
から
gotten a good amount of stuff from the current simu, the new Divergent Universe update. But I definitely haven't gotten everything yet. There's some really cool new blessings and curios in it.
千鳥バットン
I forget exactly what it did, but I know there was a one that I picked up that was like really, really good for
真相の
harmonies.
答えは星
Or it was like one of the weighted curios that just makes like your harmonies a lot better. Oh, shit, I can't remember what it actually did though.
伝染雷鳴の時行きましょう吠えなさい
Which, you know, does not instill a lot of greatness in me going, oh yeah, it's strong. But I also like, I'm at the point in Simu where most of the time I'm just like clicking and like, okay, yep, let's get through this.
千鳥バットン
これが力になるといいのですが
Because before the Divergent update, I was max on it. I've finished Swarm, I've finished Golden Gears, besides like one or two achievements.
千鳥バットン
Even then, I've gotten most of the achievements in the Simus in Star Rail.
この典型の刻印
I don't remember what Bodhi does. Combo, right. Ugh.
伝染雷鳴の時行きましょう殺意が空気から伝わってくる伝染雷鳴の時雷鳴が強風よ私に服従しなさい
Brr.
雷鳴が
怖がらないで私がついています
バットン雷鳴が 千鳥バット
Blam!
せっせっせっせっいきせっシャッ
Blam! Thank you for being dead. Alright, time to fight Alicia again.
伝染雷鳴の時
はーい待ってたわよ私をちゃんと見ててね
I wish I knew what she was saying.
できない
Well, okay, there she's calling me cute.
この
Oh, help.
ありがたく受け取ってちょうだいそろそろ切り上げるわ
The problem with, like,
私に服従
this
しな
game
さい
versus ZZZ is at no point do I really actually know what I'm doing in this game. And part of that might be because like where the difficulty is at. But like even here, I'm really just I'm just hitting buttons to attack, and then if I see a zone of damage underneath me, I dodge. Like that's kind of it.
強風よ
Whereas in like ZZZ, like you have to learn every boss pattern. It helps also that you can see enemies in ZZZ.
心からの交流をしましょうこっちこっち
千鳥バット
I wish
自分の運命
the weekly stuff in ZZZ was this fast though. God, they take so long. They've cut it down on what you need to do at least. Alright, before we go and talk to them, I believe we've gotten stuff here. So let's can I do more with Kevin? No. Upgrade.
これはあなたのものなんで
This is
しょう
yours, right? May reaches out her hand and revealed a shimmering cufflink.
ケビン
Kevin,
ここは
without
認
a
知の
space of
空間よ
consciousness, you can't deny your
あなた
connection
ど
to
こ
it.
でそれを
Where'd you get it?
他のものを手に入れた時
Same
と
way I
同
got
じよ
everything else
そろそ
here.
ろ腕が疲れ
Please
て
take
き
it.
た
My arm is growing
君が
sore.
持って
本当
Keep it. You sure?
これが
If I
ここ
thought
に
it's
現
down
れ
here
たとい
means
う
it
こ
must
と
be
は
important
こ
to
れは
you.
カフスボタンみ
Looks
た
like
い
a
だけど
cufflink. Is it from a
誰
friend?
かからの
Or
贈り
does it
物か
have
し
some
ら
other special meaning to you?
確かに僕は
I said I wouldn't
隠し
keep.
事など
I
しない
said I
と言っ
wouldn't
た
keep you
が
in the dark. That doesn't give you
そ
the
こにプ
privilege
ライ
to
ベー
pry
ト
in
は
my
含まれて
personal
いないは
matters.
ずこのことに時間を費
I don't
やし
want
た
to
くない
waste my time on this. You should ask the
そういう
real
こと
me.
は
Maybe he'd be
本
それ
interested.
はないわケビン
That's impossible, Kevin.
私から
From
見
what I
て
saw, he's
彼
become
は
an ice
氷み
block
たい
of
な人
obsession and silence
執
to
念や
resist any
沈黙
warmth.
今彼の記憶体を
I
作り
doubt
直
this
したとし
cufflink
た
would
ら
appear here if
こ
a
の
new
カ
sim
フス
of
ボタ
him
ン
was created
この
right
空間
now.
に現
なら彼は僕と何の違いもないはずだ
Well, then he is the same as me.
どうしてあ
How
な
do
た
you
は
ever
自分の
talk
話を
about
しようと
yourself?
しない
And
の
what happened to you? Because you're the one. Because the girlfriend died.
ただの偶然かもしれないけど
Well,
この
it's
古
just a
の楽園の
coincidence.
中で
But I've never had
Kevin
anyone here call you by your full name, Kevin Casolano.
何を言っているのかわから
I
な
don't
い
know what you're talking
あ
about.
なたの名前よケビ
I
ン
thought that was your full name.
ここに
It
来
seems
る
I
まで
was
僕
mistaken.
は知らない
I know nothing about it, and I've never heard any successor call me by this name. I don't
今
understand
ま
your
で出会っ
point.
たことがなかった
Yeah, it seems like there weren't
それに
surnames
それが君の旅に
in
とって何の意味
the
がある
previous
か
era, because Fu
僕には
was just
わからない
Qua, and she said that she got the Fu name later. Nobody calls Kevin Casolano. That seems to be a modern era thing. When he started the like succession of
あなたが
Caslanos.
何か隠し事をしてなかったら
Sue doesn't have one. No one else has one.
一人
If you're not trying to hide anything, I have a
そう
friend.
友人がいるの
She shares your family name.
あなたと同
Maybe there's
じ
a
名字
connection
を持
between
って
you
る
two.
から
名字
Family name. I don't know what this word
その
means.
言葉にもし
If you're referring to
それが君の
Casolano,
言う
it's never used in the old
Casolano.
times.
名字はケビンと同
It's like
じ
Kevin. It's a mark of identity that emphasizes family ties in the
でも名前
bloodline.
そしてカスラナは
Casolano
そう
represents
い
a
う
unique
特
house
別
and
な位
lineage.
置あなたと彼女は
I have
同じ名字を
a
持ってる
wild
から
theory about the family name shared by you and my friend. Kevin,
あなたは
what
自
do you
分自
think
身
about
の
having a
子孫
descendant?
どう思う
If you had a chance to meet her, what would you say to her?
僕に子孫がいるはずない
There's no way I have any descendants. Right in me.
だが
But just to satisfy
そ
your
の質問の
curiosity,
答え
here's
だ
my
けを
answer.
自分の血筋を気
You
に
don't
す
have
る
to
必
care
要
about
は
your
ない
bloodline. All my
僕
sins
の
stop
罪と
with
僕
me.
が伝えることはそ
That's
れ
all
だ
I
け
have to say.
何で
knew
も
it.
一人で背負おうと
Trying
す
to
る
carry everything on your
そういう
shoulders.
厄介な
A
性
typical
格
and
も
annoying trait of you
カズラの
Kazlanas.
血なのね
Yeah, no, they're so similar.
あなたって本当に自分から挨
Looks like
拶
you've
す
no
る習
interest
慣
in
が
having
後継者を
conversations.
手助けする
You
と言
said
って
you'd
た
help the
けれど
successors.
黙
Keeping
っている
silent,
の
your
があ
idea
な
of
たのやり
helping.
ライデン・メイ
Verbose words can be more
軽率な発
misleading
言
in
は
silence.
人を岐路に向かわせるだけだ
何でもかんでも話す
I
こと
can't
が
say
助けになるか
I
どう
can't
か
say full
は私にも
disclosure
わ
can
からないけ
genuinely
ど
help.
でも
But I can
あな
say
たの
you
今
holding
の
your
態度
tongue
は
is definitely
妨害
not helping.
一体
What do you mean to
何
いく
ask?
つかあるの
Only you can
あな
answer
た
some
以
of the
外に例え
questions.
ば
For example,
私たちが遭
what
遇
is
した
the
方
nature of
が
Honkai?
全文明は
Your
あらゆる
civilization was
面
more
で
advanced
私
in
がい
every
る時
way,
代よりも
and you
は
probably
る
have a
かに
better
進んで
understanding
い
of
た
it.
私が思うにそ
To
の
me,
答
that's
え
even more
はあなた
valuable
た
than
ち
the,
が残した
than
様
the
々
tech
な
from your
僕
age.
たちが答えを
If we had the answer,
知ってい
maybe
れば
would have created a solution to secure a
迷惑
victory.
確かにそれは事実なんでしょうね夜
In
分
my
番組に
eyes,
しても現
both
実
you
世
and
界
the
に
Kevin
存在するあ
outside
なた
display
に
the
しても
utmost faith in Project
成
Stigma.
婚系でもそれが疑問でもあ
And
る
that's the
わ
problem. I don't know where that faith comes from.
その点に関しては
I
何
didn't
も隠して
withhold
いない
anything from you on this. I'm not privy to
後
the
の
whole
時代は
picture
別
either.
としてそれ以前に
If we'd
僕た
breached
ち
the
が束
threshold
縛を
before
打ち
the
破ってい
Elysian
れ
realm
ば
was created, then there was no
この
point for it.
古の
Right, I guess if you'd reach the point where you, Okay, so we cannot continue with him right now. If they'd reached the point where they had that, they wouldn't have needed to make the Elysian realm. Can I do... I don't remember if I can do Elysia. Alright, that's Mobius. I want to finish people before we do more of a... This is Fuhua, I think, right? Which we skipped Fuhua specifically because we know... Fuhua. Was this Elysia? So it is!
待ってたわよ
Hi, Mary. I've been waiting
ず
for
っ
you.
と聞きたかったこと
I've
が
been
ある
meaning
の
to ask this question for a long
あなたの
time.
使っている武器って
Your weapon.
どん
Does
な
it
由
have a
来があ
story?
るの
It looks
なん
awesome.
だかそんなことないわ
No, it's just an
私
ordinary
の故
blade
郷
from
で
where I
は
came.
刀と
Nothing
呼ばれ
fancy.
るものよ
I remember Sakura
僕
uses
普
something
通の武
similar.
器ねもちろんそれは知っ
Of
てるわよ
course I know. I mean, as
私が
a
言い
cute
たいの
girl
は
who can do everything, you should be
あ
using
な
a
た
divine
みた
key
い
or
な
something
万能
like
で
that,
可愛い
right?
私に合う神の鍵は
Well, I
知っている
know that
限り
a
だ
few
と
divine
ほとんど
keys
ない
fit my
わ
fighting style.
そ
An
れに
weapon
武器は
choice isn't the most
戦
important
闘で
part
一
of
番
the
手それ
battle.
はあなたも同じでしょ
You're a solid example of your
それとも
fault. Yourself, when you
私との
fought me, you
戦いで
didn't
は
even use a real
本
weapon.
当の武器
My real weapon?
それって
You mean my beauty and charm?
私の美貌それには理由
Well,
があ
there's
る
a
のよ
reason. Like you said,
メイの
not
言う
many
通
divine
り
keys suit me.
私に合
I
う
think there's
神の
none,
鍵も
actually.
しかもそ
And
のほ
exactly
とんどを
because
使
I
った
tried
こと
most
があ
of
る
them,
から
I'm particularly
初めて見
curious
るも
about the
のに
ones I
対
haven't
して
seen.
いや初めて見る
Are there really divine keys you haven't
も
seen?
ちろんよ
Of course.
神の鍵は
They were
同
not
時
forged
に
in the
作られ
same
たわけ
period,
ではない
and some
し
were only made after
私
our
たち
ended,
の
I
時代は
guess.
そうだそうい
Oh,
えば
speaking of,
あなた
there's this
に合
one
う神の
particular
鍵だけ
divine
ど
key that I feel suits you
私の
perfectly. How much one
い
is
つの
that?
間にかメイはずっと
You've
私
been
のそば
around
に
me
いる
for
よ
so
うに
long already.
ここ
Have
が
I
気
can
に
hear
入っ
yet?
た
Or
それ
something
とも
else in particular?
分かってるはずよね
No, very
誰かさんが
clearly
意
that
図
if not
的
just
に
some
何かを
people
隠
who've
し
kept
て
the
いな
truth
け
from
れ
me,
ば
I'd be out of here
私は
long
と
ago.
何かしら
Huh?
最初
What
の
did
言
you
葉しか聞
say?
き取れ
I
なか
only
った
caught the
わ
first word, but I'll
ま
take
あ
his
それを
answer
返事っ
anyway.
てこと
Oh, we love that she plays
も
dumb.
うそんな顔しないでちょっと
Ah,
した
that's
仕
not a
草や
very
表
nice
情を
look.
教えてあげまし
Need
ょ
some
うか
advice on facial
もっ
expression
と
and body
人気者
language?
になるための
I can make you more
実用的な
popular.
例えば
Like,
言葉の語
yes,
尾に可愛らしく
instead of yes?
よ
Uh-huh.
違
They
う
just was
違う
saying yo.
じゃない
No,
わ
you have to say it with...
よよ
No, no, you've got to say it with more passion. Oh, this is
まあ無理はない
understandable.
わよね
I hate to be just as green
私
as
だって
you.
未熟だっ
As
た
long
頃がある
and
もの
long gone are my green
アダム
days. You were
あ
once
なたに
green.
もそう
Hmm,
そうね
Let me think.
髪を短くして
Yeah, I used to
小
keep
さな
short hair
女の
until
子
I
み
was
た
a
いな
teenage
格好を
girl.
していた時 敵があった
Everyone
の
already
ね。
adored me back
そう
then.
言われると
Yes,
な
it
かった
scared
か
me
も
out.
ね。
My charm is simply
仕方ない
irresistible.
わ。けど
But you just
あなた
reminded
のお
me.
かげで気づい
I've
たこ
learned
とがあ
nothing
るわ
about your past
エリ
yet.
シア。あなたは
Alicia,
どうやって
how did
火
you
を
join
馬
the
に入った
mouse?
の？
What were you
そ
doing
の魔
before
を
that?
急にそんな大胆な質問してくるなんて
here.
メインがもう一歩踏み
I
込もうと
understand
焦
you
る気
should
持
know
ちは
more
わか
about
る
me
けど
eagerly, but you
乙
have
女
to
の
pamper
心は
my
とて
tender
もデ
heart
リ
and
ケ
try
ー
not
ト
to
だ
rush.
つまり私の質
So you're
問に
not
は
gonna
私
answer
が
me?
そんな人に見える
Do I that's a question dodging type to you?
見えるわ大
Yes.
正解私
Bingo!
がメインの
I
頼みを
never turn
断
you
るわけ
down,
ないでし
but
ょ
some things are just not
Tada.
meant to be rushed.
一朝
Let's
一
get
夕
to
で
know
は
each
でき
other
ないこ
step
とも
by
ある
step,
の
alright? Okay, so she's stuck here. I think this is Eden, right? Eden,
やっぱり
I'm
少し
still
気になるわ
curious. Why did you hand over the golden courtyard to Mobius?
あ
Ah,
メビウス
Dr.
博士
Mobius. She does seem
確かに
extreme on
彼女は
certain things,
一
but
部の
don't
こ
be
とに対
misled,
し
my
て
friend.
少しメビウス博士は
She's also a
他の
mantis
12
fighting
人
for
の英傑
humanity,
と同じ
just like the rest of us.
彼女はただ
She's just
本当の考
not
え
very
を口
good
に
at
出すこ
speaking
と
her
が
own
苦手
mind,
で
and not
エリ
exactly
み
as
たいに
sociable as Eddie.
誰か
当時のあなたは彼
You
女
know
が
what
黄
she was
金の庭を
preparing to
何に
use
使
the
う
golden
か知って
courtyard
たの
for?
もちろん
Of course.
でも
But that doesn't mean
知
I
ることは
support her
理解
decision.
することメビウス博士
Dr. Mobius.
彼
Her
女の視
insights
界
far
と考
exceed
えは
ours, and
い
she's
つ
ahead
も
of her
みんなよ
time.
りずっとあの時の彼
I
女は
believe she had foreseen our
すでに
failure.
私そしてあの時の
I too
私
had an
も
idea of what was in store for
ただ
me,
の勘かもし
but
れ
it
な
was
いけ
just
ど
a hunch.
だから
So I
私は
entrusted
こ
the
の
golden
庭を
courtyard to
メビ
Dr.
ウス博
Mobius,
士に
or better put,
と
entrusted
い
it
う
to
よ
her
り
vision.
私の時代は
Everything in our
いつか
time would
塵の
eventually
ように
disperse
消え
like
てなりも
smoke. But the
この
golden
黄金の
courtyard
庭
would
は
stand forever,
永遠
waiting
に
for our
ここにあ
successors
る
to seek the truth.
つまりあなた
People
みたい
such
な
as
人をね
yourselves, Miss Ryden.
メイさん
Eden kept her eyes elegantly closed, and her fingers tapped to the rhythm of the music that played nearby. The voice on the recording was silky smooth, and the applause was
綺麗
thunderous.
な歌声ね
Very beautiful voice.
ありがとう
Thank you for
そう言って
saying
くれて
that.
当時の人々は
People back then
レコードを
were
使っ
listening
て
to
たの
vinyl records.
いいえ
Oh, no.
これは
That's
私
just my
個人の
preference.
デジタルの単調な0と1
Compared
に
with
比
the
べて
digital zeros and
やっ
ones,
ぱり
I like
こう
music
いう
I
レ
can
コード
touch
の歌
better.
声一つ一つの溝を通して時間を永遠に刻
Old
む
memories etched into its
そ
veins.
れがあるか
It
ら
reminds me how my voice
私は自
vibrated
分
in
の
the air
歌声
back
がど
then.
う今でもこの震えに
This way I can still touch the
人々が与え
vibrations
てくれた
and
感
feel the
性に
audience's standing
とて
ovation.
もロマンティックな話
Sounds
ね
romantic.
気に入ってくれたなら
This record is
この
yours
レ
if you like it. Huh?
このレコードは
It holds old memories
私
for
の代わ
me,
りに過去
and
の
I hope
日
you
々
can
を覚
remember
え
me
て
for
く
the
れた
world.
そうするわ
あり
I
がと
will.
う友よ
Thank you, my friend. May this
この
moment
時
stay
間
in your
が
heart forever. Eden stood there as usual. The sunset was reflected in her calm eyes. She seemed immersed in the past and unaware of her guest.
あらメイさ
Miss Frighten,
んごめんなさい長いこと待たせてたかしら
sorry. Have you been here long?
いいえ邪魔をしたくなかっただ
Not
け
really. I just didn't want to interrupt you.
平気よ
It's alright.
何かをしてい
I
るわけ
wasn't
じゃな
doing
いわ
anything. There's nothing I have to do now.
でも
What?
気のせいかもしれないけ
Somehow,
ど
I still feel like I'm about to
い
get
つ
on
あっても
stage any minute
エ
now.
デンはそういう
I
何
can
か
feel
気
your
迫めいたもの
anticipation.
それは
Maybe it's just
私
that old
の習
habits
慣の
die
せいかも
hard.
しれないメイさんだって同じ
Just
よ
like you, Miss Radden.
今のあ
You're
なただっ
always
て
ready for the next
いつで
battle,
も
right?
戦える
I mean,
心
it's
構えで
different.
いる
She's
そう
literally
でしょ
like in a state where any moment could be time for fight.
崩壊と戦うためにそれは必要なこ
Within
とだと思う
Honkai, I think it's necessary. And to be honest, I feel how
エデン
relaxed
が
you
見
are.
せた穏やかさ
A
に
bit unusual given the circumstances.
違和感を覚えるわ
You look
私
nothing
は
like
一
a
人の
soldier,
戦士に
right?
見え
あそういう意味ではなく
That's not what I meant.
ただ
I just
エデンの
find it
戦う
hard to picture
姿
how you fight.
その疑問は理解できるわメ
In
イ
my
さん
first days as a mantis,
だって
even I felt
融合
deeply
戦士になった
confused.
ばかり私と融合した崩
The
壊獣は
Honkai
強か
beast
ったけ
genes I
ど
received were powerful,
私は
but I
ケビ
didn't
ン
have a
やエ
lot
リ
of
たち
battle
みたいに
experience like
豊
Kevin
富
and
な
Eddie.
作戦戦場は戦士た
Some
ちの
said the
舞台という
battlefield
け
was
れ
like
ど
a stage for warriors.
あの頃の
But
私
for me
にとっ
back
て
then, I thought the surgery was kind of a
楽
waste.
曲に肝心な和音
I
がな
knew
い
there
み
was
たい
something
に
missing in me,
何かが
like a
足りない
song
のは
missing
わ
key
かる
chords, but I didn't
だ
know
けど
what it was. That reminds me of
バ
one
ル
of
キリ
my
ーになっ
first
た
days
ば
as
かり
a
の頃
Valkyrie. But very soon,
けどす
I
ぐ
found the
に
answer during one of my
私は
missions.
そうだったのね
Is that so?
ええ 新しく開発され
trial
た
mission for the newly
神の
deployed
鍵
divine
武器に
key.
関する
I
実
was
践テス
assigned
ト
to
の任務で
assist
ね
another soldier.
テストで得られたデー
The
タが
test data we
研究
extracted
員
far
たちの
exceeded
予想を
Reset's
はるかに上回
expectations.
るものだった
But
わ
somehow I felt something was
違
amiss.
和感
Something was amiss.
ええ
Yes.
楽曲の
It's like
中
I
で
can
不
hear
協和音を見
dissonant
つけ
notes in
た
the
時
tune.
その神の鍵に
I
も
felt there was some there was also some elements in dissonance in the divine key that prevented it from unleashing its potential. Is this the one that Owl used?
そして私は
I
もしか
thought
した
I
ら
might be able to bring
そ
out
の
its
本
full
来の輝
brilliance.
きだからその後
So I applied for
そ
another
の
test
神
of
の
the
鍵を
divine
使っ
key.
て
Of
も
course,
う
I
一
would
度
leave
テ
the
ストで
test.
結果はどうだった
And the result
私の直感
the
は間
result
違って
proved
い
my
ないと
instinct to be correct.
相性がいいから
Maybe it was
か
just dumb luck, or maybe
それとも
it resonated in a curious
私の
way
中
with the
の
Honkai
崩
Beast
壊時
genes in me.
私の手にあった神
In
の
my
鍵の威
hand, it
力は
unleashed power far
前
beyond
の
what
テ
the
ストより
previous
も
test had
それ
shown.
からその
Later,
神の
it
鍵が
became my previous
まずそ
weapon.
れが第9の神の鍵
The nice divine
正
key.
解の会長な
Cosmic
の
harmony. No, okay, that's not the one Ally used, I don't think. Oh, is that it for her? Nope, I just don't have enough stuff. Alright. Talkies.
どうしたのメイさん
What's wrong, Miss Radley?
何か悩み事でもあるの
メビウスのこと
It's Mobius.
メビウス博士
She must have put you up to another
ま
tough
た無
task.
理けど平気よ
But it's alright. She
博士
rarely
が何か
forces
を強
anything
要
on
するこ
others.
とはめったに
If a
ない
ball's
か
here,
ら
you can simply say no.
何
いいえそういった話じゃないわ
No, that's not what I
メ
meant.
ビウスのところ
I
で
want to say something
エシア
shocking.
を
Not
裏切り
Alicia,
者
traitor.
裏切り私にとって
In my
エリは
eyes,
一度
Ellie
も
was
裏
not
切
a
ってい
traitor,
ないけれど
but to Dr.
メビウ
Mobius,
ス博士に
maybe
とっ
she
ては
was.
え
Huh?
それに
And
傍観
put
者と
things
し
in
て
perspective. Everyone here
私
can
た
be
ちは
called a
信
traitor.
念を裏切ったも
Some
の
betrayed their faith.
命
Some
を裏
betrayed
切った
their
もの
lives. And some betrayed the
それから
vagueness of humanity.
私も
It's the same
So-
for me.
私は
I betrayed.
未来
The
を
future.
裏切ったの
Kevin.
ケビン神の鍵を
Kevin,
使
I saw
う
another flame
もう
chaser
一人
wielding
の
a
英
divine
傑ね
key.
あなたの天下制裁不和の都政の羽エデンのエデンの
Your
橋
judgment of Shamash,
数の戦
Lost and
艦
One
一条
Down, Eden's Star of Eden,
13の
Sue's
神の
Cosmic
鍵
Juggernaut,
13
13
の英
keys and
傑
13 flame
いろいろ
chasers.
その2つのことに直接的なつながりはない。
Divine keys cannot be wielded by
普通
normal
の人間
humans,
では
and mantis soldiers
神
happen
の
to be the
鍵の
most
力を
capable
簡
of
単
doing
には
so.
使い、たとえ僕でも
Even I was
手
unable
術
to
を受ける
unleash
前
the full
は
power of the seventh
第
divine
7の
key
神の
before
鍵の
undergoing
定
the
格出
surgery.
力を
ええ普通の
Yes, I
人
know
が
the
天
price
下
the
制
mortal
裁を
has to
使う
pay
の
to
に
lift judgment of
どれだけ
Shamash.
の私が気になってる
And
の
I wonder
は
if there were any
他
other
に
any
英
other
傑たち
divine
が使
keys
用
once
した
used
神
by
の
flame
鍵は
chasers,
ないかという
such
こ
as
と
Abyss Flower.
私の時代では
In our age,
そ
it's
の
wielded
使
by
用
a
者
mighty
が強
warrior
い
with
戦
whom
士
you
で
fought.
それがな
他に意味はないわそ
Nothing.
のかつて
I'm
の
just
所有
curious
者が
about
気
its
になった
previous
だけ
wielders.
第6の神の
I'm
鍵
not sure whose hands it fell into.
その
For
最
a
後
long
の所
time,
有
it
者が
split
誰
into
だ
two
か僕
parts
は
and
知
kept
ら
by
ない
two individuals.
最初それはエリ
From
シ
the
アの武器
beginning,
だった
it belonged to Alicia.
しかし
She
彼
later
女は
returned it to the moss.
それを火を
Okay,
追うがに
so
返した
Abyss Flower continues to be the most important thing in the
どう
series.
して
Not literally, but it being it's connected to like all of the characters that have the most connections to people. And I don't know if that plays into anything. I don't know if that's important. Oh, excuse me. I don't know if that's important, but like, you know, it had the first person that we know that had, I guess the first person we know that had is Alicia, who is connected to all of these people. Then it you know, it was had by the person with that Welt and Tesla and Einstein have all these connections to. And then it's Cecilia, who is obviously like important to a lot of the Valkyries, is the Kiana's mom, Siegfried's husband, etc., etc. Also a Shariak. And now it's Durandal, who is like, you know, the star of the Valkyrie and deeply connected to every major character, basically. I'm just like, I wonder if there's a through line of connection there, and if this means something. Why?
あの武器は可愛くな
She
い
thought it wasn't cute enough, right?
あ
Correct. Not good enough for Alicia. Who we're talking to? Is that Mobius? Hell yeah.
クライン
Klein.
あいつはとうに死んだ ああ、
Oh, you
後
mean the
に来
second one.
たあれのこと
What,
か
you。lost her again?
なん
Calpus, you can simply shut up. It's
話が
considered
下手なら
insensible.
はあ
I should have modified your
あな
mouth
た
to
の
at
口も
least seal
改
it
造
for
してお
good.
けば
やれるもんな
You
らや
can
って
still
みる
try.
センゴ
Calpus, if you don't know where she is, just get out of my way. What if I say I know?
あらなら
Ah,
いいわ
that's even better. So where is she?
楽園の中を探
Maybe you
して
should
み
check
る
the realm.
そこで彼女
You
の
might
腕
find an
や
arm of
足を
hers
拾
or
え
a
るか
leg
もしれ
there,
ない
here and a leg
メビ
there.
ウス
But believe
お
me,
前なら
you don't want to put the
あいつ
pieces
を食い
together again. In the blink of an eye, numerous spikes surged out of Mobius' shadow and pointed themselves at Calpus's brain, throat, and
ク
heart.
ラインは
Where
どこにいるの？
is she? Calpus grabbed one of the spear-like spikes and took one step forward. The spike ran deep into his chest, but he didn't seem to mind it at all. His wild laughter continued. It's almost like he's not real.
そうその通りだ
Yeah,
メビウ
that's
ス
right,
こういう
Mobius.
怒りに
That's
よ
the
る
murderous
殺意が出た
intent
かっ
driven by
た
rage.
その気色悪い偽装を
I'm
燃や
burning
せ
down your disgusting
お前の顔が
disguise
怒り
and
で
reveal
どんな
your
風に
wrath-torn
歪むか
face. After a few deep breaths, she loosened up her clenched hands and the spikes retracted. Coward.
いいか
Don't waste your breath. I'm
力
not
の無駄
that
遣いはや
stupid.
それに
And
そう
your
いう
stubbornness
執
is
念
proof of your weakness, Calpus.
あなた
Alright. Clear the Defender of the Realm 1 in Flame Chaser's Trials. Go? Ah, okay. Boop. Boop.
また私の教えを乞いたいようですね。
Where's my mouse? Let's make this not take forever. Although actually, maybe we take this. I don't even know which is the one that I actually like. You know what? Let's go with Alicia. Alicia's cool. Okay, let's,
伝染雷鳴の時
エリシアからのアドバイス
yeah.
殺意が空気
Whoa.
伝染雷鳴の時行きましょう
Blam!
迷った時、何のために
Yeah, I'd do this. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Till damage increases every second. Please. Please, controller drift.
Densen 雷鳴の時
私が何でもできるよ。
Kevin.
電線雷鳴の時行動開始シャ なさいクリから
Arr.
雷鳴
There.
学両断
律者を倒すことは
Come on, pick it. One day I will have a controller that just works. Why are you like snowy? I don't like
電
it.
線雷鳴の時
Okay.
これは
This is
今まで楽園にい
I've
て
never seen this in the
こういっ
realm.
た状
If
況
I
に
reached a new
はなる
area or now something did go wrong with the Elysian realm.
誰
Who's there?
時間がないか
And
ら
no time to
説明
explain.
してる暇はない
Wait, that's a Bronya.
とにかく
Anyway,
あ
the
なたのいる
memories
エ
that
リ
this
アを
area
大
was
きく
built
記
upon
憶
are
に
now
不具合
problematic.
があった
What impairs your sentience and
同時に
self-recognition.
だから
So, from now on,
これか
try
ら
not
先は
to rely on
あ
common
なたの常
sense.
識を信
What
用
was
し
it?
ないで
Was it Pandora? Started with a P. I don't think Pandora was right, but the computer that we saw. That was a while ago. Between the stranger's words, the ticking of machines could be heard, giving May a sense of the stranger's surroundings.
私の指示に従って
Follow
進
my
めば
instructions, and I'll take you
現
back
実
to
に戻れ
reality.
るから
どうしてあ
Why
な
should I
たを
trust
信
you?
じない
You don't have to trust me.
信じなくてもいい
Just
け
do
ど
as I
普
say.
通に
It's unusually more efficient. It's usually more efficient
少
this
な
way.
くともあなたが
But
誰だと
just
教
identify
えてほ
yourself.
しい
I can't blindly follow the advice of a stranger.
知らない
Whether you
名
know
前
my
と
name or not, it will make little difference to you.
実験
Test
体
subject. Maybe it is Mobius, because it is Mobius' color, and she's calling me test subject.
自分の立場だ
You should worry more about your own situation.
知らない声
A strange voice.
他の英傑
Was this another flame
ヨル
chaser?
ムガンダの
A
メン
world serpent member? Or
それに
the
実
becoming
験体
test
という
subject
呼び
reminds me of someone.
今のは
Was that just... Huh?
3つの通
Three
路
paths. How could it be?
やっぱり
Just as I expected.
私の
From the energy
検出したエネル
reactions
ギー反
observed,
応による
the
と
portals in that area are
その
malfunctioning too.
もっと近く
Can
に
you
行
get
ってもら
closer?
える
I need more
だ
data.
けど
And try not to activate any of them before I instruct you to do so.
分かったわ
Alright, I'll check them
行
out.
動開始行動開始
Okay,
敵は
we have
見逃しません
investigate as an option, but I can't go into them.
行動開始
ここなら問題
This
は
should
な
be
い
fine.
記憶の構造を
Judging
見
by
た
the
とこ
memory
ろ
structure, this portal leads to an area of
典
body.
型
Sue's
あ
place?
りえない
No way.
これは
This
彼
is
の声じゃ
clearly
ない
not his
それ
signature.
に
In this
この
portal,
転送装
I
置
have a bad feeling
や
about
っ
it.
ぱり他の
I'm trying
転
to take a
送
look at the other portals as
行動
well.
開始行動開始さ
それ以上
Don't get any closer to that
どうし
portal.
て
Why?
言ったはずだ
Like I said, you
も
can't
う
rely
自
on
分の
common
常識
sense
を
anymore.
信機能に変化はないけど転送される目的地はかなり混戦してつまりそこで異常に強い敵に遭遇する可能性がある
けど転送装置の標識を見た感じ急に現れて私を現実に連れ戻すといった相手を本当にやっぱり他の転送装置
行きましょう行きましょう
そこだデータによるとそれだけが正常
本当に私からすると
それはあなたの常識がすでにデータの測定結果は絶対的だ早くそのエリ
この人のことやっぱり他の転送装置
行動開始行動開始
えどうして博士どうしてここに
行動開始行きましょう必要な方に
彼女の言葉は正しかったけど彼女は一体何者なの
なるべく君を見るようにする、律者。君がそれだけではないことを願っている。
行きましょう。この剣を来光にして。伝染雷鳴の時、この剣をコード開始。
Fuck me, I was muted. Yay! How long was I muted for the question? Thank you, Shinsha. I very specifically was talking about how, I don't know. I'd never seen a stage hazard like this. Scree! Oh, my controller drift is driving me crazy. I hope I wasn't muted for reading segments. That would suck. Bring me to Pretty Lady. But yeah, we are back in Elysian Realm. We're in the Mobius fuck lands. And I still don't know what it means by Alicia being a traitor. I was convinced last time, even though it was apparently by mistake, but I'm convinced now, still, that she is a Hersher. The way Kevin answered the question about her. I don't know what she is a Hersher of, but I think that whatever... My current theory right now with Alicia is Alicia was a Hersher, either the final Hersher or near the end of being of the Hershers, and whatever she did is responsible for why Hershers in this era are different. And I also think the fact that she was the first wielder of the Abyss Flower is going to be important and will have something to do with connections and the people that have been using it. That is my current going theory on Alicia. Also, she's very pretty. I have no idea if any of that's right. I just, like, that's the vibe I'm getting. But I fucking cooked with Durandal, so... I have confidence in myself. I like Alicia a lot. Yeah, it was in 28. Dragon on dragon violence, go! I wouldn't have been even honestly that upset if people had directly told me, yeah, you're right. Because of, especially by the beginning of the Spoke Apocalypse, how, like, kind of obvious it was. They were really pushing it. And I wasn't sure how much of it was my own bias of, like, I have this theory. But, like, I don't know, they kept just giving me a bunch of things of, like, hey, look, are you paying attention? Oh, hello, you're cute. Thank you for welcoming me back to reality. Just the voice, you were the... Sorry, you're special. I didn't notice this first. You'll did what I told you. Why? My instincts pointed me that way. Groundless instinct. But luckily you chose the route because I hasten you like survival rate. 34.7%. 34.7% sounds pretty good to me. What about the other two paths? 30% at most. I know. You probably don't see it as a big difference. But you can't deny that it is indeed the safer route. I agree, but I think most people would choose to trust their intuition over strangers' instructions. That's why humans are always doing things they regret.
ファーガソン脳域に作用す
Certain
る
reactions
ある反応
taking
の影
place in
響
the
で確かに
in the
個体
Ferguson
それぞ
area
れ
of
は
the
感性
brain
的で愚かな
do bring such emotion-driven. Certain reactions taking place in the Ferguson area of the brain do bring such emotion-driven but stupid. Oh, okay. It's stopping. She's not
どうせ
completing the sentence.
説明したってわからない
Never mind. You won't understand anyway.
それで
So, can you
今なら
introduce
自己
yourself now,
紹介して
stranger?
私はクライ
I'm
ン
Klein,
メ
Dr.
ビウス
Mobius'
博士の
assistant.
助手だ
He handles the regular maintenance of the Elysian realm.
西への楽園
The,
のメンテナン
the
ス
maintainer of the Elysian realm.
なら
Are you a flame
あなた
chaser
も
too?
記録
Record.
Rakuen
Anomalies in the realm may have caused
Rakuen
irreversible damage to
実
the
験体の視
subject's
覚や
visual
論
and
理的
cognitive
思考能
function.
力
あいい英
I
傑
guess
じゃ
that's a
ないのが
no.
分かったわ
Then why are you
なら
here?
これが
It's my
私家
job.
の通り
I'm an elf
私は
designed to be
メビウス
designed
博
and
士
made
が
by
作っ
Dr.
た武
Mobius.
装人形
I'm just as real as you.
だけど
But you don't have
私
to
に対
address
し
me
て
as your
継承
senior.
とかいら
You
ない
can simply call me Klein.
クライ
はじめまして
Hi,
クライ
Klein. I'm right and mate. I
私は
assume
ライデン。
she's named after Klein bottles.
効率的に言えば
There's no need
あ
to
なたが
introduce
あな
yourself.
たが楽園に入った
I
瞬
was
間
alerted the moment you entered the
私
realm.
誰も
No one
後継
foresaw
者
the
として
coming of a
入ってく
Harshaw
る
as a
律者がい
successor.
ると私が楽園に緊
If
急
you
メ
had
ン
our
テナンスを
emergency
していな
maintenance
かっ
on
た
the
ら
realm, otherwise,
あなたは
you might have
その防
experienced
御措
its
置を見
various
ることに
defense
なってた
mechanisms
かも
by
しれ
now.
ない
その話を聞い
Sounds like I
て
should thank you.
ど
You're
ういたし
welcome.
他に質問がなければ
He's so
実験体
cute and
あな
tiny
たの
and
こ
a
れからの仕
bug?
事について話す
Buggy. Unless you have more questions, yes, subject. Let's talk about your next job.
仕事
My next job?
私の
My
初歩
best
的
guess
な
is that
推
the
測にな
anomalies
るけ
you
ど
just experienced were part of the
今
realm's
あなたが
reaction
遭遇した異常
reaction
現象
against
は
Harshaws.
これは通常
It's more of a
生物学
biological
で使わ
term,
れる言
but
葉
I
だ
think
け
it
ど
applies to your situation.
そう話した方
She's a
が
little worker
より早く
bee.
この状況を飲み込めそしてその異常を
To
修
fix
復
these
するために
anomalies. I hope you can gather more observation data in the
ど
realm
う
for
し
me.
て
Why should I help you?
今楽
Because you're
園
now
にい
the
る
only
後継者は
successor in the realm.
そうだとして
Still,
も
my answer is
断る
no. I didn't sign up for
別に
this.
そんな
え断る
You
どう
refused.
して
Why? How can you
Naze?
turn down the request? Hmm?
普通
Couldn't
引
you
き受けて
accept the request and finish it on
時間
time?
とたとえ相手の考えが
Even
変
if the
わって
requester changes their
全部や
mind
り
and
直
asks
し
you
に
to
なっ
start
て
all
も
over again, you're still supposed to say yes, aren't you?
そうじゃないの
She has trauma.
あなた地獄で
Do
暮
you
らして
live
る
in
の
hell? I mean, she was made by Mobius to be Mobius' assistant. I'm gonna say yes.
とにかくそれらの異常は
Anyways,
大した
these
妨げに
anomalies
は
didn't
ならない
disturb
し
me, and I have no
あな
reason
た
to
を
help
助
you.
けるする
もし
If
あ
your
なたの探
explanation
索が
exploration is
今まで
limited
の
to
エ
the
リアだ
current
けに
area,
とどまるな
I
ら
guess you're right.
分かった大丈夫
Alright, it's fine. I'll try to think of a way to gather data myself.
待ってくれ
Wait, Klein.
今までのエリ
You
ア
just mentioned the current area, which means there are other areas in the realm that I haven't been to. Yes,
だけど
but the realm is now
今の
becoming
楽
more
園
and
異
more
常を完
unstable.
全に修復するまで
Maintaining the stability of the
従
current
来エ
area
リ
is
アの安
difficult
全性
enough.
を保つことで
Not to mention
精
fixing
一
all the
杯
anomalies throughout the realm.
それなら
If that's the case, I can
Kyoriku.
help.
楽園の深いところ
Getting to
に
the
行
deeper
くこと
reaches of the
が
realm is one of the
求めた
reasons why I
私の目
came
的だけ
here.
ど異常の修復が私にとって何の役にも立たな
But
い
if
と
I
気
find
づ
out
いた
resolving these anomalies doesn't help me in any way, I can help no further.
大丈夫
Alright,
それで十分。
yeah, good enough for me.
あり
Thanks.
がとう
それでどう協力すればいいの
あこれを
About it. Klein reached out her hand to May, trying to attach something to May's belt. But due to the height difference, Klein attached to May's leg instead. A blue stream of data flashed for a brief moment at the location of contact and then disappeared. He's being given the ability to pilot a sentinel. She's gotta, like, swipe her hand over it to summon the sentinel. I miss 13 Sentinels so much.
これは
What's this?
大丈夫
It's alright.
位置は大した問
Where
題
you
じゃ
wear
な
it doesn't
い
matter. It's
その機
functioning
能に
properly.
説明するのは
It's hard to
少し
explain.
難しい
Just know that it's an accessory used
楽園の
exclusively in the
中での
realm.
異常が発生した
During
時
an anomaly, you can use
そ
it
れ
to
を使っ
communicate
て
with the outside
外
world.
と通信する
I'll
こと
answer
がで
your
きる
call as soon as possible. God, my drift is so bad. Ah, no new talkies. That makes me set it up again. Ding.
伝染雷鳴の時。
エリシアからのアドバイス。
God, I should have read that one. I think she was talking about Klein.
行動開始。
I don't care about either of these, really.
伝染雷鳴の時。行動開始。
Man, I do wish I had her weapon. Is that that attack is way cooler than the weapon I have on her currently. My version, anyway. Let's go for Mobius. Do I actually probably want Sakura stuff more? Yeah, but Mobius. I also really like Mobius. I was saying earlier, you could easily fit her into HI3 as like part of the Intelligentsia Guild. The Star Rail. This is HI3. My brain works. Very similar to Ron. Well, Ranmei became a lot less insane with the context of the current story. I don't know if you've done the most recent Star Rail chapter, but much less unhinged given new context. Still very unhinged, but I think Mobius and Ratio interacting would also just be really funny. Hadn't tell. Oh, okay. I thought Klein was here to talk to me. Alright, what do we got? More Mobius! Could've gone to Fupa too. Ah, now we glitch him. From before. Can you hear me, Klein? Memory simulation link broken. Assistant system deactivated. Great. A rare energy reaction. This isn't the best timing. I've got to think of a way to bypass this area. Please wait. The data we've been able to observe are quite significant. I'll get you back to normal soon. Just hold on a bit longer. Huh. This Alicia item doesn't actually give me a summon ability. If you can, try to hold on a little longer. That doesn't answer my question. Also, there are no enemies, so it'll be back to normal. Give it another try. Give what another try? Oh, dudes. I see. My supports are enemies now. This is Klein. Are you sure the problem has been solved? There are lots more enemies now.
え、待って。
Let
もう
me
一回
check.
確認する。律者になった瞬間から。
He crossed the line the minute you became a herdscher, so why not take it further? Oh, again, I thought that was her actually here.
敵
This
は
one
見
looks
逃しま
wrong,
せん行
but
動開始電線雷鳴の時
hurry up. Die. Ow, I'm stuck. Die further. Further? Faster. More. Just as more. Speaking of a Kamen Rider opening, I highly recommend anybody interested in Kamen Rider, check out Kamen Rider Gaz. It just started. It is, I think there are 3 or 4 episodes out so far. I watched it with me friends. It's really good. We're enjoying it a lot so far. Oh hey, now I can use Alicia summon. Bodhi Fuhua.
電線雷鳴の時行動開始
Also, you will understand the words that I'm about to say, which are, Kamen Rider Gummy Empreg.
吠えなさい栗から
Kamen Rider Gummy Empreg is the plot point. It's very, very funny.
千鳥バットン
Listen, you gotta get the hook in there somehow.
失敗を経て成功するものです。
Oh, give me power. One day you'll be King Stara. I think that rhymes,
電
right?
線雷鳴の時
That rhymes and is still identifiable as Star Rail. Ow! Genuinely though, like in the recent patch, they mentioned the Marshal so many times. He has to be coming soon. At least, if not, she might not be playable for a while, but like we'll have to see her soon.
強風よ私に服従しなさい
And I'm very excited to see which design they go with, or if they give her a new one. If they give her a more Fuhua personality or a more Senki personality. I really want to see what they'll do with her. Especially since, like, I'm honestly, right now, really disappointed with Lingsha.
自分の運命と向き合うと決めました
Lingsha just hasn't done anything. She kind of got some moments in the most recent one, but not really. Ugh.
レコードをプレゼントしてくれてありがとう、エデン。
Yeah, she just really hasn't done anything. I also think they did Jiaocho. I said this in my playthrough of the chapter. They did Jiaocho such a disservice. Him and Lingsha should have been swapped in their banners. He should be the second half of this this patch. Thanks for the record you gave me, Miss Eden.
あなたの歌声には
Your voice.
ま
I
るで
have
不
a
思議
soothing
な
power that
力
can
が
help
あ
me
るみたいで
relax.
どういたしましてメイさん
Thank you, Miss Rodden.
それがそ
That's
の
what
レ
it's
コード
for.
の存
And
在
it's
意
my
義であ
pleasure.
り
レコード
Vinyl records.
私の
Even
時
in
代
our
でも
era, there are many
それを
music
使っ
fans
て
who
音
prefer
そういえ
them.
ばエデン
Yes, Eden, I noticed
一
something
つ
very
どうしたの
strange.
今まで私が入手した状況から考
From what I
え
know,
る
the
と
advancements of the previous era
全文明の発
civilization
展は
seem to be different than
私
what I
の想像
imagined.
とは最初工業や科
I
学
thought
技
it would
術
be more
がずっと
developed and
発達して
futuristic
いて
compared to our age.
今の時
Almost
代
like
と比べて
sci-fi.
見るけど今になって思
But
い
now
返
it
してみると
seems the technological
そういう発展は
advancements
崩壊関連の
was
こと
limited to
に
ways of
限った
fighting
話だった
Honkai.
みたいね
That's not surprising. A lot of the... From what I've seen of the previous era, they were fairly consistent with technology of the current era until the Honkai like virus started, which was when technology started like really advancing rapidly, because it's like, oh, we have to do technology always advances more when there is a direct catalyst or reason to advance it. So first it was the medical technology increasing. Then when the Honkai physically started appearing, you had a lot more specialization on the weapons and ways to fight them and ways to defend yourself against them. Versus like in the current era, because the Honkai have been physical the whole time, like obviously there's the advancements in the Valkyrie programs that have like that are being used to fight them, but otherwise, like, because they've been here in this way for so long, there's not actually as much of a reason to constantly be advancing at a rapid pace, because they're not a new thing. They've been increasing, how do I explain what I'm trying to say? Like, the rate of expansion is probably, the rate of technological increase is better than like actual real world present because of the presence of the Honkai being around for so long, but because they've been around forever, there hasn't needed to be an exponential jump. We also that's true too, we also just have the divine keys, so we use them, and I'm sure people have tried to recreate them or like do things to simulate them, but we just use them rather than having to make new ones. Which, like, if you have a thing already, you're not going to be as like desperate to try to create a new thing.
それに他の面に関しても
In other areas,
今の
it
時代
is a
と
lot
似
more
通っ
like
て
the
いる
age I come from than I expected. As you can see, Miss Ryden, I'm not a fan of technological advancement,
だけど
achievements.
そういっ
I
た
can
状況
understand
に
why
な
you
る
were
理由を
surprised.
崩壊
Honkai.
それ
It
は
brought us never-ending
永
war,
遠に終わらない
and
戦
we would
争
only
み
be
たい
able to
な
build
も
a
の
future after ending the war.
つまりある
Just to
時期か
say,
ら
a
全
certain
文
point
明
of
はずっ
time,
と
the
戦時
worlds
中
of
の
the
ような
previous
状
era
態だっ
became
た
a wartime society. Yeah, absolutely. The rapid increases in technology during war are always astounding. It's like, war is never a good thing, but good things come out of it.
そして私たちは
Conflict
巻
in
き込まれ
general.
る運命に
Because
ある
technically
戦
the
闘マ
Cold
シ
War
ンに
wasn't an active
座ら
war,
ざ
but
る
it
を得な
was
かった
like a rapid increase in space technology and computers and all that. We were all forced to sit in a war machine from which no one could escape. The way they've built the previous area is really interesting. I'd like to have like a real chapter about it, maybe like in it. Because while I really like the way the Elysian realm is structured, it's not giving as like clear details, because we're getting everything as like recollection, as memories, rather than seeing it happen ourselves. But it really it shows you the different ways that the people were in their era. Like, Eden is very different from pretty much every other character. Then you have Kalpis, who is just like a berserker, and everything about him is about fighting and destroying. And then we still haven't met the artist, actually. So like there's so much to this that you get this it's a warped perspective of it, because it is very defined by the interpretation that these characters have, but it is also because we get so many different people types of people talking about it, it almost creates a more real picture than if we were just there. But I would like a chapter where we do actually see and go through it ourselves. Just because the structure of this is very... the structure of the Elysian Realm is character focused, not story focused, rather than the other chapters. Which, not to say they're not character focused, but there's a direct line of story.
崩れゆく中で悲鳴を聞き、知り合い
We
たちが
forced to
次か
listen
ら
to
次へ
tumultuous
と
cries
落ちていく
before
のを目に
collapse,
したわ。
and witnessed everyone we knew falling from it.
生活はあんな
Life
に
is
もきら
beautiful,
びやかだった
but
の
it
に
slipped between our fingers.
それ
There's
はもう
also
戻ってこない。
the fact that, like, even they are from a point at which basically the world was done. Like, there were still holdouts. Humanity wasn't fully gone yet by the time they made the Elysian Realm, but, like, the writing was on the wall. So it's a very melancholic view from all of them, rather than getting the perspective of, like, right now we're living in it.
そして、メイさんが言った似通った点というのも
As the
意
similarities you
外なこ
mentioned,
とじゃないわ。
I'm not surprised.
数万年の時が過ぎて
Even
も
there were tens of
人類に
thousands
は
of years
変わらな
apart,
い何か
they
が
still share some of the fundamental traits of
それ
humankind.
と火種
And the
計画の
existence
存
of
在
Project
も
Ember must have
知らず
contributed to
火
that.
種計画
Project Ember.
ただ
But
どうして
even
本
I
物
asked
のエ
myself
デ
why the
ン
real
が
materials
その
of
計
all
画
this
の
past
一つの時代が終わろうとしたせ
will
い
leave
や
our civilization's demise.
一体
What
何
changed
が
Eden's mind?
エデンのそれとも実際は
Or maybe she
計画
trusted her
を
decision
信
with
頼できる
first
友
friend.
人
According to Sue, you should still be alive, but we've seen no sign of that. So, Hi, May.
暗い顔をしてどうし
You
た
look
の？
depressed.
私に
Tell me
話
what's
してみ
been
て。
bothering you.
何に困ってるの？
Oh,
やっ
I
ぱ
knew
り
that
メイ
was
も
too
メビ
much
ウス
to
の
be
言い
coming from
方はひどいと
Mobius.
思うよね。
Never mind, I don't care about it at all.
まあまあ。
No, you
い
should
いの。
explain
あり
it.
がとう、メイ。
May,
でも
thank you.
私のために悲し
Don't
む
feel
必要
sorry
は
for
ないの
me.
よ。
I love it when you're happy.
私はメイ
You've
の
got a
笑っ
great
た顔が
smile.
好き。
そういう意味じゃない。
I didn't mean it that way. I thought you'd let
も
it
う
go
あ
at
のこ
that.
とは私はもちろん心を
Of
開
course,
いて
I want to open up.
嫌
I'd
なこ
share
とや
my
悲
sorrow with
しい
you.
ことを
But such
全
an
て
easy
メイに
answer
教
wouldn't
えたいと
satisfy you
思って
anyway, right?
それに
I know, but
今
tell
のと
me.
ころ論争になるような話を
At
口
this
にした
stage,
く
I
ない
don't
わ
want to say anything that may cause
た
discord.
とえ疑われて非難
That's
さ
the
れて
thing
も
about being number two.
みんな
I
の
have
気
to
持
tend
ちを
everyone's
ちゃんと
feelings
考え
despite
な
the
ければ
doubts
い
and
けない
rumors about me.
だから私にも優しくしてちょうだいねあらどうしたの
Oh, what's wrong?
ここが
You
嫌に
feeling
なった
lonely here?
私に言わせれば
If you ask me, the
進
deep
部なん
end is
て
not appealing
別
at
に
all.
行く必要
But
の
I
な
can
いと
tell
こ
you're
ろだ
very
わ
interested in
メビウ
Mobius.
ス、
She's the real founder of the
彼女は
World
ヨルムン
Serpent
ガンドの
and the
真
new
の
master
創
of the
立者。
Golden Courtyard.
黄金の
The
庭の
Sim may
所
have more to offer. I'm still not convinced that it is
彼
the
女の
Sim.
記憶。
えそう理解しても構わないあ違う理由は彼女の可愛い手下にあるかもしれないわ
Her being the real founder of the World Serpent, though, explains why it's snake themed, and her thing is infinity. Because World Serpent or Jormungandr, the whole idea is it circles the world biting its tail. It creates like a cyclical cycle. I'm good at explaining things.
でも特殊という点に
There are
関
also
しては
games called Infinite
ここにい
Ouroboros.
るみんなも同じだ
Yes,
と思
and
うわよ
Ouroboros, no. Sorry,
ここにいる
Ouroboros
英
is
傑
the
たちの
one that's
中に
biting its tail.
常識
But
に
it
とらわれてるものなんて
comes
いない
from
で
the
しょ
idea of the World Serpent, which is this giant serpent that reaches around the world. I need to look more into that connection, because I know they're connected. I know they are. That is the imagery of both of them. But I don't know... Because Ouroboros is an alchemy concept. So I don't know if that came later and was just like a new name for Jormungandr or not. This is all just me thinking about like the real life connection, not the in-game connection. I'm gonna have to do research on that later. But the symbology is all there. I do not believe everyone here has something, but I do believe everyone here has something unique to offer. No one here is restricted by common sense. I want to bite you. Alright, before we talk to Klein, both of you are locked out for now. You're locked out for now. Wait. No, yeah. So we could do Kalpis. We could do, I think that's Sue. That's Sakura. I don't want to start Mobius yet, just because we've started them. I don't want to continue with them. Let's do more Sakura. However, her Valkyrie suit is Infinite Ouroboros. I see.
Sakura, あなたは
You
いつも
told me
一
you
人
were
で
alone.
任務を遂
None
行
of all
し
the
てい
flame
たと言っ
chasers.
てい
You
た
don't
わよ
strike me as the most psychologically
でも
detached.
英傑たち戦後のような接しにくい人との間にも
When someone as difficult
共有
as
している過
Kalpis
去
has a
の
lot
出
of
来事
shared
がかなり
memories
あ
with
る
you.
わらわたちのようなも
Maybe
の
it's
だ
just
から
people
こ
of the
そ
same type are
互い
naturally
に
drawn
引き寄
towards
せ
each
合う
other,
のじゃろう
and memories are not
過去の
necessarily
出来事
pleasant.
については
でも
But
結果
still,
から見たら
it's a remarkable
十
feat
分
that
す
I
ごい
can
こ
never
とよ
hope to achieve.
大し
Nothing.
たことではない
If you were on the team of
ただ
if you
過
were
去の出来事を
if you
共
were on
有
the
し
team
て
of
い
three
るだ
back
けじ
then,
ゃ
you'd see how insignificant
Maid
this
no
feat
mano-
was.
どういう意味
What do you mean?
わらわたちにとって
For
は
us, defeating Hershers
目
was not
的
the
は
sole
律者
aim.
に勝つことだけ
Reducing
で
our
はない
loss in the process was also
そ
important,
の過程
but
で
it
生
couldn't
じ
be
る
done
損
alone.
失や死傷者をゆえに
So long before
Alicia
Alicia
にこの
gathered
称号を
us,
提案さ
some
れる
Mantis
前から
warriors had already worked in
優れた
groups.
優
つまり互い
So
の短所
everyone
を
can
補う
focus on the
ってこと
part they do best.
そうじゃ
Yes,
最も
to
適
determine
し
the
た
best
形
form
を
of
見つける
teamwork,
ため
we
に
experimented a
招
lot.
待で様
Even
々な
I
人
had to
数や
mingle with
組
the
み合わ
others
せを試
despite my
し
lack
た
of interest.
英傑同士の
And
共
for
闘
many
のほと
flame
んど
chasers,
は
cooperation
そ
only
うい
took
う
place
時に
during
しか
that
じゃあ
period.
その後は
What
招
happened
待
then?
を組むやり
Its
方は
teamwork
かな
didn't
り有
last.
用
The tragedy of binding put
約
an end to
束
it.
の惨劇
Teamwork
が
lost its meaning
全
ever
てを
since.
終わらせたのじゃそれ以来招待はもう意味を持たぬように
We
なった
keep dancing so much around the Hersher of binding. It's clearly like ultra important. It's the one that caused like the tragedy that caused the flame chasers. It's the one that led to like the pretty much the beginning of the end of the previous era. It's what Otto was using as the core of his power as fake god. It's I believe what Teresa's weapon is the divine key of, but no one has told me anything specifically about them. I don't even know what they look like. I don't think, even if I'm right about Alicia being a Hersher, I don't think she would be the Hersher of binding, because that would have been before all of this. Although I guess maybe that would line up with what Mobius is saying, but I still don't think that's right. I think that would have been a separate case. But still, I'm like, the Hersher of Binding is one of the most important names. I'm not sure if we get a lot of those details. Fuck. Because like the Hersher of Binding, to me at least, is the most important Hersher of the previous era. Corruption, obviously, like Rin is really important, has a lot of stuff. But like the Hersher of Binding seems to have done the most damage and has the most lasting impact. And I don't know, I just like, I want more details on it.
どんな災いであろうとなんとか勝利するには
Every
人類の
disaster took
全て
everything
を
we
か
had
け
to
なけれ
defeat,
ば
and
な
in
ら
the
ない
end, we couldn't even afford to put everything at
そして最後には
stake. Couldn't even afford to put everything at stake. What does that mean?
一つ何時に聞いてもいいかわからぬ
I'm not
質
sure if
問
it's
があるの
appropriate
じ
for me
ゃ
to ask, but
聞いてみてくれ
I
な
don't
い
know
と
if it
わ
is
からな
after I
い
hear the question.
承知した
Alright, you don't have to
嫌なら
answer if you
答え
find
なくても
defensive.
今の時代の人
How
々
do people
は
today view Hershers?
律者をどう思っておるのじゃ
That is a hard question to answer, because the first Hersher, like, is a symbol of hope almost. Whereas like the second Hersher did irreparable damage to the world and the psyches of a lot of people. Uh, no one really knows about May, the third Hersher. No one knows about Wendy, the fourth Hersher. No one knows about Anna, the fifth Hersher. No one knows about Hua, she was 8, right? No one knows about Owl, the ninth. The only one people have actually interacted with, or like had wide scale interaction with, are 1, 2, and 10. With 2 and 10 obviously doing a ton of damage. Well, 2 doing a ton of damage to the world, 10 doing a lot of damage to specific people and government structures, but not necessarily the world as a whole. But, like, Welt is such a fairly public figure, although I don't know how many people know that he is a Hersher. Most people don't even know, really, that Hershers exist, I don't think. They're, like... They know of them in a vague sense, but not in a, like, very direct way. So I think, how do people today view Hershers? I think it would be people in the know are rather mixed on them, but see them as a general threat until they're specifically dealt with. Like, people that know Kiana and May and Bronya aren't seeing them as threats anymore. But new ones we would see as something we have to deal with. But, like, most people, I think if you asked most people, what do you think of the Hersher, they'd go, the what? Like, it seems like the Honkai on a wide scale are covered up, which doesn't actually make sense. So if people don't really know about that much about the Honkai, there's no way they would know that much about the Hershers. The exception to that would be Arc City, which explicitly know about, at the very least, Kiana.
一言では言い表せないわね。
That's complicated. In the eyes of most, Hershers are humanity's worst enemies.
でも
But I don't agree with the argument that Hershers are natural enemies of humanity.
律者になることに関して
Becoming a
私には
Hersher
選
was no
択する余
choice
地
for
が
me.
なかった。
But I can decide how to use this power.
この汝の他に
Did anyone
同
else
じよう
manage
な
to
ことを
control
し
their
た人
powers
は
like
多い
that?
のか
The Welts controlled it better. And Kiana now has full control of it. Siren, actually, as we've said, I've said this before, pretty much every one of the Hershers has had full control over their powers, the exception of Anna. I guess we don't really know where domination came from and what their personality is. Because the first person to manifest as the Hersher of Dominance wasn't actually the Hersher of Dominance. So we don't really know much on that one, so I can't really talk on them. But the Welts, Siren, May, Wendy, Owl, forgetting one. But they've all had full control over themselves as Hershers. Anna's the only one that didn't. Some of them just really wanted revenge and wanted to destroy everything.
ええ。でも
Yes,
簡
but
単な
it's
こと
not
じゃない
easy.
わ。
The fight against the will of the
あの意志と
Honkai.
対
To
抗
fight
する
against the
ため
will
に
of the Honkai. They did everything they could and paid a steep price. Okay, she is
大きな
talking
代価を支払うことも
very specifically about Kiana, not even Siren.
そうか
Which
それは驚いたの
she doesn't even actually know what Kiana went through. Does she even at this point know that Kiana is Siren? And not Kiana? Like, does May actually know the details of what the Hersher of the Void versus Kiana actually was? Because it wasn't anything to do with the will of the Honkai. It was all the reincarnated form of Siren's will and desires.
実を言うと わらわも律者
And
は
May
人類の敵
like
とは限らぬ
barely
と思っ
fought
たこ
at
とが
all
ある。
against her inner Hersher. Actually, it also occurred to me that Hershers are not necessarily enemies.
律者に対する考えは
You don't seem
あ
to
な
have
た
a
たち
unified
の間
opinion
で
of
もだ
Hershers
いぶ
among
違うみたい
yourselves.
ね。ケビンにこの話をしたことがあるけ
I
ど
once brought it up to Kevin, but he...
ケビン、わらわが自分の記憶体を残す前に、彼はすでに5体の律者の殲
Before my
滅
sim
に
was
参加
created,
した。
he had participated in the neutralization of at least 5 Hershers.
なるほど。
That
たとえ
explains
彼
it.
でも
Without a firm
生半
conviction,
可な
even
決
he
心
couldn't
で
have done
は
that.
そんなこと
You
でき
are
なかったでしょう
going
ね。
against people that, like... I mean, like, look at Rin. Rin was a, like, teenage girl at best. Like, it definitely is something that if you're not sure of what you're doing would weigh on you. Especially if they are, if not all of them were... Like, Sirin, you're not gonna feel bad necessarily for fighting. Because she is actively, like, chucking rocks trying to blow up the whole world. But Rin was sitting in a cage being like, I don't know what's going on when she was killed. The difference between those two and how you internally justify and the guilt that you would face for eliminating them is very different between those two situations.
崩壊に勝つため、律者は消滅すべきと。
Defeat the Honkai.
ここ
All
にいる人た
Hershers
ちの
must be
多く
killed.
は、
That's
そう
a
いう
belief
信念を
held by almost
こ
everyone
こまで
here.
やってきた。じゃあ、
Then why
彼
did
ら
you
は
choose
ど
to
うし
help
て
me, a
律者
Hersher?
である私に
Because
手を貸す
Elysia's
ことに
one
したの
and
かしら。
you're extraordinarily different from the other Hershers. Like, putting everyone else aside, May is very different from, at the very least, the Hershers that these guys have all seen. May's eruption was immediately ended by Kiana and her feelings for Kiana, where the Hersher went, well, you know what? Okay, then. Enjoy. Good luck with that. And when she decided to become a Hersher again, the will of the Hersher was like, cool, good luck with that. Get your girl. May, even among the way that Hershers are different in this era, is extraordinarily different.
クライ、さっきのは一
Fine,
体
that was
楽園自身の機能に問題が発
apparently
生
the
した
realm
のは
is not
確か
functioning
みたい。
properly. It's reconstructing the
その影響で
characters and objects in
あ
your
なたの
memory
記憶の
correctly.
中に
その原
What
因
causes this?
まだわからない。
Not clear right now.
今、
I'm still
あなた
analyzing
から
the
入
data
手
you
したけ
collected.
ど、
But in a
単純な
nutshell,
推
there
測
are
でい
two
いなら、
possibilities.
一つ目、
One, something went
あなたの
wrong
思考
with your
に問
mind,
題があって、
and it mistook the Honkai piece
そ
for
の
your
せいで
partners.
あなたは崩壊し、
その可能性は
You can
排除してもらっ
rule
て
that one
構
out.
わないわ。
でも、
But the other
もう一つの
possibility
可能
has
性
been
も、
ruled out too.
もし、
If
あな
your
たの
mind
思
is
考に
functioning
問題
properly,
がなければ、
then it must be that someone has tampered with the memory
残りの
simulation
可能性
algorithm.
は、
Yeah,
誰
who
かが
would
楽
do
園の記憶
that?
シミュレーションの理論を
There's
変えた
no
ことにな
one
るけど、
here that would do something like that.
今、
But
楽
you're
園
the
の
only
中にいる
successor
後継
in the
者は、
realm now.
なんだ
Sounds
か、
like I'm the prime
私
suspect
が
now.
一
No,
番
not
犯
you.
人だ。そんなに見つめ
Don't
ない
look
で。
at me like that. I'm
私は
innocent.
何もやってない。
Well, there's no evidence to prove it.
楽園の中の
Is
何
it
かが
possible that
私の
something
思考
within
を
the
変え
realm
よう
is
とし
trying
て
to
いる可
meddle
能
with
性
my
は
mind?
ない。
Impossible.
基本的な神経
It
科
only
学と
takes very basic
脳
knowledge
融
of
合システム
neuroscience,
の計
brain
算理論
computer
と方法、
interfaces, and a bit of social
社会心
psychology
理
to
学
know.
その顔、
Alright, I guess you're not
そう
familiar
い
with
う
any
の
of
は、
those.
は
Ugh,
やっ
it's
ぱり
indeed a different era
時代
now.
を。
時代とは関係が
I
な
don't
いと
think
思
this has
うけ
anything
ど
to do with whatever it is now.
とにかく、そういう状
Anyway,
況が
I'm
起きる
trying
可
to
能
tell
性
you
は、
this is the probability of
無視できる
the
ほど低い
probability of this scenario
そ
is
う
close
伝
to
えたい
zero.
的な結果は、
Yes, for the exact
データ
results.
分析が終
I'll
わっ
let
て
you
から
know after
話
the
す。
data is thoroughly analyzed.
終わり。
Oi, goodbye. Stop making me pick every time. What do I do with these? This is how I put characters in here. Oh shit, I forgot about this. I'm not looking at what these do. I'm just pressing buttons. Woo! Ah, I'm out. Now let's go. Now that we're not full on those. I genuinely don't remember what I was using. I'm just gonna go back to Fuhua because I love Fuhua. Give me stuff. Haha! The dead. The design for Fuhua is still just really good. This is probably my second favorite Fuhua design. With the one that I have at support right now being the number one, but you can't see that because it's behind the chat. The cool yin yang one that we got in Thus Spoke Apocalypse. Hydrate. I will hydrate. Hi, Harn. Make a good decision. I don't need to read these. They're not actual content. Honestly though, like, really, like, Fuhua never looks bad. Show me a bad Fuhua design and I'll call you a liar. Even her default, like, school outfit looks pretty good. Palm! I'll get a palm up in a second. Get that palm up. Palm.
誰かについていく必要
Thank you, Hua. Thank you, Hua. I am having fun. Elysian Realm's pretty alright. Oh, we're glitching again. Is this new Klein? I've detected some strange data fluctuations. Is there anything unusual where you are?
ここはとて
No.
も静かで
It's quiet here.
周
I
りに敵は
don't see
い
any
ない。
enemies. Is that what you
これ
meant
があ
by
なたの
anything unusual?
以上？
We're probably not gonna go as long as I want
不足
to.
したデータによると
Still no readings I'm
そ
picking
れ
up.
は違う。
No. Tonight, because I'm honestly
奇遇
feeling
ね。
quite tired.
私の目もそれを補足したわ。
But we're gonna try to go for like a fair little bit longer. Like hopefully at least another 2 hours.
そちらから急に多くの
Strange.
廃
I'm
棄デ
getting a
ータが
bunch of
送られ
invalid
てき
data
た。
transmissions from you.
対応するか
Hold
ら
on, I'll deal
少
with
し
this.
待ってて。
In the meantime, try not to approach any enemies.
あの敵たちに近づかないように。
クレイン、何か進展は？
Mainly
ここの
progress,
環
Klein.
境、
My surroundings
ます
here
ますおかし
are
く
getting
なってる。
stranger and stranger. Oh, forget it. I'll use a
臨時部員
temporary
で対応
solution.
する。その付近に
You should be able to find some
光
light
る植
emitting
物が
plants
見える
nearby.
はず。
Please?
植物？
Plants!
植物に明かりを灯すことで
You can go light them up to
記
tell.
憶空間
They're
を
really
安定さ
data
せる
units
デー
used
タ
to
ユニット
stabilize
が
the memory space. They're just
植
displayed
物
as
は
plants
そ
for
この環
consistency
境
of the
に合わせる
environment.
ための表現形式に過ぎない。
特に変化はないみたいだけど。
Didn't seem to change anything.
いえ、
Well,
送られ
there's
てくる
less
廃棄データは
invalid
検
data
証してる。
being sent back now.
引き続きお願い。
Continue following my instructions.
いい。廃
Excellent.
棄データの受信も
Invalid data transmission has
一
been
時
cut
的に
off.
中断された。
肉眼で判断できる内
No
容を
need to repeat
繰り返
observations
す
I can make
必要はない
visually.
もし今あの敵たち
If I
に近
approach
づい
enemies
たら
now, will my vision
私
still
の
be
視野は影
affected?
響を受ける。
観測
Based on
結
these
果を見る
readings,
限り
probably not.
大丈夫か
Huh?
と。
Wait, this is...
待って。これは
クライン？
Klein?
敵は見逃しに
聞こえてる？
Time for big
クラ
evil
イン？
monster. Can you still hear me? Klein?
クライン、ど
Klein?
こに行ったの？
Where did she go?
戦闘技術の見本を
行動開始。
The monsters disappeared off my radar. Something must be wrong. Yeah, I wonder what that could be. Oh, wow, I beat them. Oh, if only it was that easy. Ow.
「すみません仲間の
I do think it is really funny that Fu Hua, like, does not show up in these segments. Because she's still, like, she is an active character in the story. It's like, well, Fu Hua's cool, but why would we waste, like, time on her when we could show all these characters that don't exist anywhere else? Even Kevin gets a fair amount of focus, as he should, to the World Serpent section. But even he doesn't get, like, nearly as much as Alicia or Kalpis or even Sakura. He's not a waifu. I don't know. I don't know about that. I know a great many people that would call Kevin a waifu. And Sue even more so. In canon, he was mistaken for a magical female fairy and is the basis of the legend of the Lady of the Lake. Ow.
これが力になるといいのですが
Ow. I think we should all call Kevin baby girl. It's what he deserves.
雷鳴に全ての罪を洗い流してもらいましょう。
Oh, no, never mind, it's Kappas.
お
Oh,
リツシャ
Ursha, you're
ま
still
だ死んで
alive.
る
挨拶の仕方を
Maybe
変
you
えた
should
方が
consider
いい。
changing the way you say hello.
いつまで生きる
How
つ
long
も
do
り
you
だ
plan to keep breathing?
いいわ。
Alright,
少な
at
くと
least
も
you
努力
tried.
はあなたと話がした
Can
い
we
んだ
talk?
けど。
ないと言ったら
You
お
get
前
out of
も
my
消え
sight
て
if
く
I
れ
say
るのか
no. If not, just say what you want, what you gotta say.
例の裏切り
I
者
want
に
to
関
talk
す
with
る
you
話
about
が
the
したい。
traitor.
あなたとさくらは
Since you two
六
are
曜
close
のメ
and
ンバーだった
cocoon,
から
I think you
そ
might
のこと
know
に
more
関
about
して
her than
他
the
の
others.
人。
俺の前で桜を
Don't
裏切
call
り
a
者と呼
traitor
ぶな
from me, Hersher. You don't have that
その
right.
資格
さくら
Sakura? No, I
お
meant
前たちがどういう
I
目で
know how
俺を
you
見てる
people
か知
see
らない
me. Those who were
だがあの
present
時
that day.
あそこ
Were
にい
they
た連
more
中が
human
俺
than
よりも
me?
だから戦後
Kappas, I wanted to
あ
say
いつらは無実の
they killed
女
an
の子を
innocent
殺
girl,
した
blamed it on
恐
fear,
怖に
and
負け
called
て
it a
トリ
rare
ガーを
victory.
引いて
Okay,
貴
so
重な
this
勝
is
利を
after
手に入
Ring.
れた歓声を上げたやつ
They
ら
even
もい
held a
たな
party to celebrate.
クズで
Scum.
ゲスな野
They
郎
deserve to die.
死んで
戦後落ち着い
Kappas,
て
calm down.
私が
I
聞
just
き
want
た
to
いの。
know.
これ以上
What
何を
more do
聞
you
き
want
取
to
りたい
know,
んだ
Hersher?
いいわ。
Never mind.
少
At
な
least
く
I
とも
tried.
私も努力。
Kappas and Sakura sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. Hey, Klein.
クライン、
Klein,
さっきは
what's
何があ
happened?
ったの？
Why was communication
どうして
suddenly...
少し待ってて。
Wait a moment. Klein's eyes were fixed on the virtual screen before her, even as they spoke. She did not touch the screen frequently, but when she did, it was
あ
lightning
の異
fast.
常現象の原因を
It
見つけ
pinpointed
た。
the root cause of the
し
anomaly
ばら
just
く
now.
遭
You
遇し
shouldn't
ない
have
と
to
思う。
experience it again for a while. Klein tapped lightly on the
それで、
screen. So,
一体
what
どこ
went
が悪
wrong
かったの？
exactly?
楽園の
The realm's
天候
climate
システム
system.
だ。
天候？
It is May's fault. She's been calling up thunder clouds inside of it.
記憶の
Climate
中の天候を
regulation is one
再
of the
現する
fundamental
ことも
functions of the realm.
理由はわからない
But
け
for
ど
reasons unknown, the climate control module was
自動
wrongly
防御
connected
シ
to
ス
the
テム
auto
と
defense
結
system,
びついつまり
which is to
リツシャ
say,
エネルギー
if the
反応を
detecting
検
the
出
energy of a
した
harsher,
時
the climate was
楽園の
activated
天
as
候
part of
も
the defense.
人本来の使い道では
Yes,
な
this
い
was
から
not its original purpose.
防御措置を
It
切っ
didn't
た
take
時
extra measures
特
when
別な
shutting
処理
down
を
the
しなか
defense
った
system,
その結果
and the result was the
あなたは
anomalies you just experienced.
とにかく、
Anyway,
今
so
は
what
解
the
決し
problem
た
been
の。
この
resolved
件を
now?
完全に解
It
決
might
するに
take
は
longer to sort everything
もう
out,
少
but
し時間
I've
がかか
already
るかもしれ
modified
ない
its
簡
trigger
単に言
mechanism.
うと
In short, the
発
chance of
生
it
確
happening
率を
again has been
約
lowered to
10
1
万
in
分の1倍
100,000.
感で言うと
In
ゼロ
practice,
だ
the
と
chance
思
is
ってもいい
negligible.
つまり、そういう異
Freeze
常
will
現象
probably
には
never
二度と
encounter
遭
similar
遇し
anomalies
ない。
again.
そう考えてもらって構わ
Technically
ないた
speaking,
だ
yes.
あな
But
たにと
still,
って
things aren't looking
状
good
況
for
は
you.
どうして？
以前入手したデータ
What
を
I
分
can
析し
conclude
た
from
結果
previous observations
今な
is
ら
that someone
はっ
was
きりと
behind
伝
them.
えられる
Yeah, Mobius.
それって、誰かが楽園の正
Someone
常
was,
運行を
someone was
わざと
disrupting the
邪魔し
realm
て
on
る。
purpose.
楽園が
When the
律者
realm
に対し
reacted
て
to their
反応
coming,
した時
someone took an opportunity to cover up what they did to the data.
相手のことを調べられそう。
Can you trace the source?
今のところはできない
Mobius would never do anything
相手
bad
の使った
ever.
手段が非常に巧妙で
Sure,
それを
I'll
探る
believe
には
that.
時間がかかる
Not yet. The person responsible is clever, so doing so would take a lot of time.
それよりも
And I believe restoring
デ
the
ータ
data
を
to
変
its
更
original
前の
state
状
is more
態に戻
important.
すことでも
But
ご
I
めん
must
なさい
apologize. I
その
couldn't
件
even
も
do the
ああいう異常事
The
態はもう
anomalies
発
won't
生し
happen
ないけど
again, but their occurrence
存在したこと
changed
自
the
体
realm
が
forever.
イニシエの楽
Klein
園
is an elf,
に
so
永
she
久
is
的な変
literally
化をも
just
た
like
らした
2 feet tall. She's basically a little robot.
イニシエの楽園の中で
The realm.
変わ
You
った
should
転
have
送
seen
装
the
置を目
portal.
にしたことがある
ええ、未知のエリアに
It led
繋
to
が
an
っているみ
unknown
たい。
area that I couldn't access however I
で
tried.
も、
それが普通だよ
It's normal. The
あのエ
area was
リアは
intended for
もとも
Kalpus,
と
but
戦
was
後のため
abandoned
に
long
用意
ago.
されたものだなのに今
But you know,
あそこに
a new
新しい
area
エリア
appeared
が
there
現
from for no reason at all. Even I don't know what the new area
何か
holds.
そして
Yes, for the
あな
past
たの
leading to
探
the
し
deep
てる
end,
楽園の
the
深部へ
spatial
と
portal
至る道
vanished.
つまり
Which
消
means
えた転送
the
装
missing
置は
portal might be
あの
linked to the
新し
new
い
area.
確信はないけど
I'm not sure, but
その
it's
可
more
能
the
性
most
分かっ
probable.
た
I
行
see.
ってみるわ
I'll go
あ
check it out.
待って
Oh, wait a second.
どうしたの
Uh,
あな
when
た
you
が
were
いない
gone,
間
someone came looking
あ
for you.
な
I
たを
mean, that would
探
have
し
to
に
be
来た人
Raven.
がいる
そう
Hmm.
エリ
Was
シア
it
のことか
Alicia?
しら
Where is she?
いいえ
No, it was
彼
someone
女
who
はあ
came
なた
from
と
the
同
outside
じ
world, like you.
外
The outside world?
うん
She could be waiting for you in the lounge. Where? Oh, okay. Alicia, do it for me. I again am forgetting how to make Alicia do it for me. Oh wait. Go. Skip exploration. Thank you, Alicia. Before we talk to Raven, we got more Sakura. My controller drift is abysmal.
当然俺が教えた。
Right. Of course it was me who told
そ
her.
うじゃなかったら。
Otherwise it would take Mobius 10,000 years to find it.
ま
It
さ
never
かお
occurred
前
to me
に
that
行
she
かせる
sent
と
you
は
there
思わなかった
instead. What? She figured she'd freeze to death there.
落ち着くのじゃ戦後
Calm down,
我々
Countess.
たちはあの
We
調
didn't
査で
extract any
価値のあ
valuable
る情
intel
報
from
を
the
入
investigation.
わらわ
We? Since when were you this close with Mobius, Sakura?
ああ、待て。
Oh, wait, I got it.
俺に聞く
She
ように
sent
あい
you
つ
here
が
this
そう
time
指示した
too,
んだ
right?
な。おい、メビウス
Hey, Mobius!
隠れて
Come
ない
on
で
now!
出てこい
Come out now!
ゆっくり
Let's
話そうぜ
talk!
よせ戦後
Save
彼
your
女は
breath,
ここにおらん
Countess.
無
She's
関
not
係
here.
じゃ
I came here on my
我ら
own.
は
ああ、そうだった。
Alright, I almost
忘れると
forgot.
他人の経歴を調
You
べ
love
る点に
prying
おい
into
て
people's
は
past, just like her.
まあ、お前
At
はあい
least
つ
you're
ほ
not
どしつこ
annoying
く
as
はない
her.
が聞きたければ聞くがいい。
Just throw your questions
も
at
ちろん
me.
答えるか
Of
どう
course, I
かは
might
俺
not
次
answer
第
any
だ
of them.
あの祭司場みたいな場所
The altar-like place.
戦後
What does it mean to you?
かつての俺の
It
家だ
was
った
my home, my
氷
cage,
戦
my
場
battlefield,
あらゆる
and
苦
the
難
origin of all my suffering.
だが俺がそこを
But
出
it
た
was
ことで
nothing to me
そ
after
れ
I
はもうな
left. That answered no questions.
前回ここに来た
My
時
last
は
visit,
まだエデン
the
の絵じゃ
portrait
なかっ
hanging here
た
wasn't Eden's.
変化は気づか
Life
ぬう
is
ち
subject
に
to
起きる
change without notice,
そうだろ
isn't it? That's not true. You've been here a few times since I've
ど
been
うし
here.
て
It's
ここ
always
に
been
いる
Eden.
の
Why are you
あ
here?
待って
Wait,
まさか
are
あ
you
なたも
Zen
聞
too?
きたい
Were you killed in action?
誰が
本当かどう
Why
か
don't you come closer and
直
see
接
for
自
yourself
分で確
whether
かめ
I'm
てみ
real
た
or
らどう
not?
だ
遠慮するわ
No need.
ここ
Why
に
are you
何しに
here?
来たの
ヨルムンガンドの幹部
As
と
a
し
World
て
Serpent agent, can you blame me for looking after an aspiring junior member?
何か不都合でもあるのか
Yes, because that is not how this organization works at all.
この古の楽園に関して私はお前よりずっと詳しいぞ
I'm familiar with this place than you.
ちょうどよかった
Good.
あなたに聞
I
きたい
happen
こ
to
とが
have some questions for you.
ヨルムンガンドの幹部は
You
全
told
員
me every World Serpent
古
agent
の
was
楽園
initiated
それ
here,
って
which
あな
means
たはここの
you've
終
been to the
点
deep
に
end
行
of
った
the
こと
Elysian
がある
realm.
ってこと
ああ
Ah,
最
that was
初
the
の目
idea
標は
at
確
first.
かにさ試練を
But
ク
there
リ
was
ア
never a
する
unified
基準は
standard for
一
being
つじゃない
initiated. I don't know about others, but
他
I
の
was the
人は知
trick.
らないがヨルムンガンドは融通
World
が利
Serpent
か
is
ないわ
not
け
that
じゃない
dogmatic. The important thing
大
is
事
to
な
prove you
のは
aware.
とはいえ
That
あの
said,
頃の
I
私
did
も
stay here for a
ここに
long
随
time.
分と
I
長い
have
こ
a
と
lot
い
of
たんだぞ
memories of this
まあ
place.
私のことはいい
Alright, enough about me.
そっち
How
はど
are
う
you
だ
doing here?
順調に進んでるか
I hope you have a good night, Iharn. I read you writing Shinsha, so I almost said Shinsha. I hope you do a good sleep. I'm also sleepy, I understand.
順調かどうかは置いておいて今のところ一部
But
の人
Bob,
と
I've only
知り
seen
合
a
えた
few
だけ
faces.
融合戦士のこ
You
とだ
mean the Mantis soldiers? They're interesting
確かに
characters.
彼らは個
Mainly
性が強い
friends.
外で何かあったの？
Something happened in the outside
別
world.
にそんな話を
I
す
thought
る
you
ため
came
に
here
こ
only
こ
to
に来
say
たわ
hello.
けじゃ。
後輩に会いに来ただけだって言ったろ。
You said,
雷電家
I
のお
can
嬢
make
様
sure
が
you're
悪
doing
い奴ら
fine
にいじめ
and
られ
that
て
no
な
one
い
is
か心
bothering
配
you.
でな。なのにお前は
But I can see
私
I'm
を
not
歓
welcome
迎して
here.
いないようだ。
Alright, I guess I'll look for you when it's all over.
待って、もう一つ聞きたい
Wait,
こ
one
と
more
が
thing.
あなたがここに閉じ込められ
When
て
you
い
were
た
trapped
時の
here,
ことが
does it have anything to do with
この楽園の異
anomalies?
常事態
Anomalies?
どんな
Which kind? You're blocked by the masked man as well?
お前もあの仮面をかぶった男にじゃ。
いいえ、彼
No,
のこと
not
じゃない
that.
わ。
You met Klein, the
ここの
manager
管
here,
理
right?
人の彼女の言葉を借
In
り
her words, certain anomalies have
古の
occurred in
楽
the
園自
Elysian
体
realm.
に異常。
クライン
Oh, the masked man being
聞いたこと
Calpus.
がないな。
Yeah,
というか、管理人なんていたのか。
Klein. Never heard this name. They have a manager here.
楽園の異常事
The
態。
anomalies here. I've seen a few, but I can't say for my sure if they were the kind you're talking about.
こうしよ
How about this?
う。どうせ
I have
私
nothing
は
to do
今
anyway.
他に
I
仕
can keep
事
you
がない。
company here.
バカンスしに来たの？
You're here on vacation? Assisting an
組織
important
の
asset of
重
the
要な資産
organization.
の修復に協
Isn't that
力する。
valuable work?
勝手
Suit
にすれば
yourself. Just don't get in my way. Anything you
承
say,
知した。
Miss Raiden.
お嬢様。
I really do want more Raven content. I really like Raven. I don't like having to reset this up every time. Ugh. Oh, double. Hi, Alicia.
行きましょう。敵は見逃しません。電線雷鳴の時、行きましょう。
I didn't put my elf on. Oh, it's not
昔
even
のオペラ
notice.
にマイクはな。
電線雷鳴の時。雷鳴が
かつての知恵と芸術。
Meow, 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 meow.
電線雷鳴の時、行きましょう。雷鳴が行動開始。
Wow, there's a
追
lot
い
of
な
you.
さい。栗から。
Go!
千鳥、バットン。
戦場で俺を探す必要はない。俺はやまない荘園。戦争
電線雷鳴の時、
While we're in downtime, because we're in here, I hope Granblue players, if you like wind, I hope you're ready to get obliterated in the this month. I'm expecting either probably Grand Vane and Grand Raphael are coming together, and I'm expecting both to be wind. Definitely one of them will be coming at the very least. But there's a Dragon Knights event coming, and it's Mordred themed. So, you know, the chickadees, so I could see Vane getting his unit. I don't think they'd make him water, because they want to spread out the elements of the Dragon Knights. So I see, well, he might not be wind, though. I guess because he does already have wind. But there's gonna be a wind grand this month, because Guild War coming up. On top of Halloween is coming. So, yay! I hope you have rolls, because I'm also expecting a Halloween evoker. I feel like it's gonna be Frau. I don't know why I feel like it's gonna be Frau, but Frau's what I'm feeling. I don't think it's gonna be Tame, because he has a skin for Halloween, and unlike with Summer, there aren't two different types of units for Halloween yet. I don't know, Frau seems right. I finished my 7th FLB Evoker today. Technically, I'd unkept Katse like a few weeks ago, but I finally got his skill today. And I'm like, man, I'm an insane person. I really like the Evokers, so I can't help it. I also have, I believe, I have 6 Eternals at 150, 1 at 130, and then 3 that I have to work on getting past 110. All of them are FL or ULB though, ULB 1. And I don't even play Granblue seriously as I used to. I guess Guild War would say otherwise, but outside of Guild War, even Guild War I don't play like I used to. I am quite glad that they did end up making Twain's actual Eternal unit better. It's I still don't think she's as strong as I want her to be, but she is like actually used in comps now. Game about that water near it, though. It doesn't annoy me when they
私
start
たちと
making
同じ
bosses that
道を
were
歩
mean
い
to
て
her
ほしくはあ
power
り
in
ません。
Comatose. I do.
私たちが
Comatose
いつ
sucks because
何
it's
の
not
ため
nearly
に
as
転ん
strong a
だかを
buff.
あなたは知っているはずです。
The paralysis I get though. Like I was doing Proto Bahamut for the missions yesterday or the day before, and it's like, oh yeah, wow, no, she literally locks us down. And I mean, like, again, they should have just, instead of making local paralysis a different buff, they should have just reworked her paralysis to be what local paralysis is or what can't act is. Instead, no, they decided she's garbage. But they gave her local paralysis on her debuff skill now. It's much more likely to
私がついてい
land.
ます。
Debuffs are actually kind of important now, beyond just defense down. Because there are omens that'll be like land X amount of debuffs.
吠えなさい。栗から。
And she just like can actually do damage now. She still has issues with multi-attack, but like that's not nearly as much of an issue anymore. I wish she was stronger still, but she's like actually good.
これらの国
Hey, could we give like some of that goodness to 3-0 maybe? Raven, why are you fighting me?
ライデンメイ、
I may.
来るのが少し
You're a
遅い
bit
ぞ。
late.
どうしてここにいるの？
Why are you here?
私の記
Is
憶
my
が間違
memory
っ
fooling
て
me, or
る
have I answered this question before?
仕方ない。
Can't be helped.
借りを作
Everyone
って
has
し
to
まった
pay
ら
favor every
い
once
や
in a
すま
while.
ないがお嬢様。
Sorry, my lady. Can't
こ
allow
れ以
you to
上
go
楽
further
園
into
に
the
深
realm.
ヨルムンガンドは
Old
後輩
Serpent
への
certainly
配
has a
慮の仕
unique
方が
way of
特殊
looking
なの。
after new members.
嘘はついてないさ。
She does look so
今で
cool.
もそれが
I like,
私がここに
listen,
来た理由だ。
I love Nat in Star Rail, but the more content I get of her in HI3, the more I just go, we were fucking robbed. Okay, Moza is probably the worst example you could have brought up, because Moza is way cooler than being a 4-star. He absolutely deserves to be a 5-star with his art and animations and all that. I do really, though, I would love one day getting a, like, I guess, like, real wildfire Nat and getting this, but I don't know, I just, like, she's so much cooler. How's the story so far? It's good. Mobius is probably doing some fuckery. Alicia's probably evil. Well, not evil, but I still think she's a Hersher. But character development good.
何か
We're enjoying.
お前の邪魔をしてくれればいいと私はずっと期待し
I
て
was
た。
hoping something would stop you. Then I wouldn't have to do it
そしたら
myself. But yeah, no,
私は今みたい
Raven,
にお
just
前
on
を
a
止める
design
必要も
level,
ないからな。
besides Siren, Raven is probably my favorite, like, design in HI3. She just looks so cool. And is so cool.
どうして？
Why?
へえ。あなた
I
に
thought
は
you'd
無
just say
理
you
とか
can't stop
そう
me.
言われ。いいだろ
Alright,
う。
I guess I
私
misjudged
の
you.
考えこう言おう。
I'll just put it like this.
お前が
Someone thinks you've
一
crossed
線
the
を
line.
一線？
Is Gray
どうや
Serpent
ら私た
like
ちのその
fucking
言葉
with
に
me?
対す
Is
る
that
定
what's
義は違うよ
happening?
うね。
I don't. How,
この
like,
古
why
の
would
楽園
she
で私は
get
まだ価値のあるもの
involved?
を
Unless
あまり
this is
手
a
にしてない。
trick of Mobius. I'm not gonna lie, I almost ship Raven and May more than I do May and Kiana. A lot of it is May and Kiana, all of their like development is like backstory or off screen, whereas like you see May and Raven develop and, you know, get this building relationship. It's whereas like the moments of like we get to see very much how important May and Kiana are to each other, but I'm just like, but we didn't see it build where I do with them. Wow, it took till 5.2 to get a playable version? That's crazy. Yeah, I'm not surprised May gets shipped with everyone. She also is, like, connected to everyone. Who knows? I'm only carrying out the order. Maybe it's more about what you will see rather than what you've seen. The anomalies here, the anomalies have created more uncertainties.
あなたが楽園に異
Did
常を
you
発
cause
生
the
させた
anomalies?
そんなことすると思うか
Funny you should think that.
私の
Yes,
目
I'm
的
getting you
は
out of here,
お前を
but I
ここ
wouldn't
から
use an
連れ出
unfamiliar
すこと
method
だ
like that.
なあ
Why don't you
私
just
と
go
一緒
with
に
me?
戻らないか
Saves us a lot of
私の答
trouble.
えを知ってるはずよ
You know my answer.
私がここに来たの
The
は
reason I'm here is
ケ
that
ビン
Kevin
が
has
隠し
kept too
事を
much
して
from
る
me.
から
May plus Alicia is probably about as popular as May plus Kiana. That's not a surprise. I mean, the amount that Alicia flirts with her, like, that on its own. I also just, like, Alicia's just a really good character. That gets thrown at you, like, really quickly. And you get a lot of really good content for her early. I think it also benefits from Elysian Realm being so character-focused. And it's not just, oh, tragedies happening to this character every 5 minutes. But again, like, I think for me it really is just, like, how much of on-screen versus backstory you have with, like, May and Alicia, or May and Raven versus May and Kiana.
もし誰かが私を邪魔したいと
Bronya
いう
and
なら
Seela also
それ
kind
は
of have
私
that
が私の
problem,
手にしたい答え
but
に近づ
Other
けてい
Waters
る
really helps with that, and Bronya and Seela have had, like, so much time on screen together, whereas May and Kiana, they're constantly talking about each other, but they're not, like, they haven't been with each other for hours upon hours upon hours at this point. Oh, I totally see Kiana plus Hua. Especially after the Sentience chapter. And Arc City,
つまり
especially.
無理な相談ってわけか
Which means you won't listen anyway.
仕方ない
Can't blame me for trying.
戦った
I was
ふり
just
を
going
して
through
で
motions.
もお前を
I
阻止
was
しない
gonna
と
say, ooh, we're gonna
任
get
務
a
の報
Raven
告が
boss
できない
fight.
からな
Completely forgetting that the Arc City chapter had 2 Raven boss fights.
戦ったふり
Can we
本
see
当
the
にそれだ
motions?
けのつも
You
り
sure that's all you're doing? The spot where Raven sat looked as if it was illuminated by a weak winter sun, and there was the unmistakable sound of ravens cawing nearby. I don't really
こ
like
の
this
場所
place,
はあまり
but I
好き
can't
じゃな
deny
いな
it's a good spot.
こういう手加減のでき
Spot
ない
where we
戦
can
闘
fight
は
each other without any fear
現
of real
実だと
bloodshed.
神の鍵と
Without
黄
the
泉の
divine
杖を
key and
持
the
たない
scepter dwarf,
私が
I wonder if I can hold my own
リチ
against
ャ
the
と
Hersher.
すぐに
We'll find out soon enough.
黙っていないで話を付き合うよ
吠えなさい栗から
Let's see how you deal with
第
Dargan.
2段階と行こう
She's already dead. Or she didn't have health yet.
刺
I
激的
don't
な
know
やつを
which.
食らってみるかはっきりと見えない感覚はどうだ
一刀両断
力を貸しましょう
強風よ私に服従しなさい
Rawr! No, I think I just blitzed through an entire health segment. Yeah, no, I can feel that they nerfed all of Elysian Realm. I've just been breezing through it, and, like, the Ravens fight in Arc City was hard. It is a callback to Nagazora, you're super right.
結構懐かしい
Oh, I missed this view.
手加減のできない
Since
戦
you
闘
weren't
だと
holding
いうのな
back,
ら
why didn't you use a divine
だ
key?
から振
As
り
I
だ
said,
よ
I'm
振
just
り
going through the motions. I
お
don't see the
前を
necessity
原
of
始レ
blasting
ベル
you
に
into
までする
atoms.
しそれに
And
本
if
当
I
に
did
錠
wish to
剤
use the
七
seven
来を
thunders
使
of
うつもり
retribution
な
on
ら
you, I wouldn't have shown up
こうも
that
早く
easily.
姿を見
Yeah,
せはしない
if she wanted to kill you, she'd assassinate you.
私が一線を越えたと
The
思
one
っ
who
ている
thinks I've crossed the line. Who is it?
それがただの
It
私の
never
言い
occurred
訳
to
に
you
過
that
ぎ
that
な
might
いと
just be an excuse.
あなたのやり方を知って
I
る。
know how you do things.
確かにあなたは
You
成
like
り行き
playing
に従
along,
ってことを
but you
進
would
める
not
タイプ
come
だけ
here
ど、
just to fight me.
私と戦うためだけに
Well,
そ
it's
こま
not
でしないと
Kevin.
思う。
I don't imagine it's Jackal. So it's either Grey Serpent or Mobius. If Mobius, like, is still real.
へえ賢くなったもんだな
And now you're thinking,
それで
so who is it?
ハイヘビだ
Yeah, okay. No, that
理
makes
由に
sense.
関しては
Grey
私に
Serpent
聞いて
is
も無駄だ
shady even among the shade of World Serpent. It's Grey Serpent, and you don't even need to ask
あ
me
の性
why.
格をお前も
You
知っ
know how
てる
he
だろ
is. No one can get him to
あい
speak
つ
when
の
he
言い
doesn't
たく
want
ないこ
to.
とはだがお前
But he
も
might
な
be
ん
able
と
to
なく
infer
察
some
してるん
possible
じゃないか
reasons, right? Or do you still have no
それ
clue
とも
what the Elysian Realm
今でも
actually
この
is?
楽園の本質が
I
何だ
definitely have no clue what it
私
actually
が
is.
掴んだ情報だと、ここ
As
は
far
お
as
そら
I
く
know, it's part of Project
その
Stigma.
通りだ
Right, that's why I agreed with Grey
そして
Serpent's
出発
decision
点は違え
in
ど
spite of our differences.
それ
3
なぜ
Agreed.
孫子がお前をここに来
I
さ
don't
せ
know
た
why
のかは
Saus
わか
sent
ら
you
ない
here, but I doubt what the Elysian
だ
Realm
が
has to offer has
古
any
の
significance
楽
to
園が
you.
与える贈り物は
She's here for
お前
information.
融合戦士によって
A
作られた
facility
施
built by
設
Mantis soldiers that serves
So no
Mantis
target
soldiers, or future
もちろ
Mantis
ん融合
soldiers.
戦士
融合戦士。
Mantis soldiers.
担当直入に言おう
I'll cut to the chase. The purpose of the
Initiate
Elysian
の
Realm
楽園が存在
is
す
to
る
remove
本
a
当
sort
の
of
意味
limitation on those who
成
carry
婚覚
stigmata.
醒者
やっぱり
So you
あな
did
たはこ
research
こ
the
の
deep
終
end
点
of the
にたど
realm.
り着
終点かどうかは
I couldn't
私に
tell
は
if it
分
was
か
the
らない
deep end. When she decided to
何
pass
しろ
on the thing to me,
彼女が
I
あの伝
refused
承
and
を
left right
私に
away.
授けようとした時私は断ったんだ
So Mobius and
そして振り
or
返らずにここを出
Alicia
た
are giving stigmata to people who come to the Elysian Realm?
あの人ってあなただったの。
So you were the one.
ここで私の
You've
話
heard
を
about
聞
me
いたのか
here.
ケビンの記憶体がそ
Kevin
の
Sim
話をし
mentioned
た
such a person to me.
けど
But why?
お前も封印を解い
If
た
you'd
姿
seen
を
what
目に
it's
した
like
ら
with the limitation
疑問は
removed,
出ないは
you
ずだ
wouldn't ask this question.
あれは戦士というよ
You'd
り
become much more like a monster than a soldier. I don't want
私
that.
はそんなあんな人間離れし
Someone
た
else find
姿
that powerful and
を初めて
desirable,
目撃した
but
時
not
は
me.
衝撃を受けて興味が湧いてくるかもしれないが
Now, kid.
私はその楽園に来る前あの姿を
I made up
初
my
めて見
mind
た
when I
時
first
か
saw
ら
this, even before
私は
coming here.
私にとって
For
生き
me,
残
living
る
a
とい
good
う
life
言葉
doesn't
の意味
include
に
turning into something inhuman.
どうだ
What?
最
You've
初
changed
か
your
ら
mind
私
and
と
you wish
戻って
you'd
いた
gone
方
back
が
with
良
me
か
at
っ
the
た
very
って
beginning?
いいえ
No, I don't care about
贈
that.
り物なんて
I
気に
came
しな
here
い
to see everything with my own eyes.
この目で全
That's
てを
all.
確かめ
やっぱりなお
I
前
knew
を
it would
説
be all
得す
but
るのは
impossible
無
to
理だって
convince
は
you.
それで
Well,
そろそろいい
can
だ
we
ろ
drop it now, Miss
ライ
Ryden?
デン・メイさん
Or do you plan to have this attitude
それとも
towards me forever?
つまりお前は
So you
こ
still
こに
plan
い
to
ると
stay
いう
here?
残って
I'll
も
be
意
here
味が
until
な
I
いと
find
思
it
うように
pointless to
な
stay
るまでここ
longer.
にいるわ
You? I lost and I
負け
admit
たんだ
defeat.
から
I'm
そ
heading
ろ
back
そ
to
ろ
make a
戻って
report.
ああ違う
All right. There's
会わ
someone
な
I
け
need
れ
to
ば
find
ならない
here.
人が
I might stay
一
for a
人
bit
いたんだっ
longer.
た
See you around.
雷鳴に全ての罪を洗い流してもらいましょう。
仕方ないさ
I
こ
can't
こじゃ
help.
対
The
策が使え
countermeasure
ない
isn't
んだ
working here.
そういう状況では
I can't stop the
私一人
Hershey in
で
this
律
case.
者を止め
You're
ら
on
れ
your
は
own now.
人
You
事
don't sound
みた
nervous
い
at
な言
all.
い方だな
My gut feeling is that stopping here has
全然焦
never
ってな
been
いし。
your real purpose.
ああこれは
I'm
失礼し
sorry.
た
I should never
余
ask.
計そうしよう
I have some
少し
private
野暮
business
用
to
があって
attend to. So I might
私は
linger
し
on
ば
in
ら
the
く
realm for
楽
a
園にい
while.
る
See you around. The communication was cut
ああ
off.
戻ってきたの
Oh,
か
you're back.
ええそっち
How
はどう
things going on your side?
まあまあだな
Not bad, considering my opponent is a
相手は
Hersher.
律者だ
He'll understand.
わ
ならいいわ。そういえばさっき、
Oh, there's
ちゃんと
something I
聞
meant to
けなかっ
ask
た
you.
こと。あなたが、
You
そういう
said you
封
once
印の
met
解け
someone
た
whose
姿を
limitation was
見た
removed.
って話。
Was it another agent from the
それは
baptized
他の
ones?
幹部。
そうは言ってないぞ
I didn't say that.
まあいい
Alright, he
あ
sent
の
you
方
here,
が
so I
お
guess
前
it's
を
not a
ここに
secret.
その姿を見
It
せ
was
たのは
Sai himself.
ケビンが
Kevin?
私は 幼い
growing
頃
up
から
in
組
the
織にいたから
organization.
な
I saw some things that maybe I shouldn't have, including his other
け
side.
どそれは
Really
記
saw the
録を
records,
読ん
right?
だだけよね
After all, it was just months ago
ケビ
when
ンが
Kevin
両親の
returned
海
from
か
the
ら
Sea
帰ってきたの
Quanta.
は
あ
But what
あだ
difference
が
does that
それ
make?
それと
And it
私
wasn't
が
just
目
the
にした
records
の
that I
は
saw.
どういう意味
What do you mean?
孫子が帰ってきた後、
After Saus
早く
returned,
回復する
that
よう
Grey
にと
Serpent offered him
ハイ
Chi's
ヘビ
body
が
to
崩
hasten
壊
his
時の
recovery.
私有のからその時
It was
ほ
only
ん
for
の
a
一
brief
瞬だけ
moment
だ
that
っ
the
たの
certain power
突
overwhelmed
如湧
him.
い
あなたたちの前で
You saw
あ
him
んな姿になったの。
一瞬だけだったし
It was only for a short time. And
変
only
化した
part of
の
his
は
body changed,
孫
but
子があの時見せた
you've
危
never
険
seen
と
anything
恐
more
怖
dangerous or horrifying. So they're talking
他で
about
はそう
the
感じることのできないものだ
the Honkai
お前でも
in
な
him, right? Because like he, Alicia, and Sakura, or well, no, Alicia and Sakura have non-human traits due to the Honkai. They all have Honkai in them, and they're all similar to what's happening to Siegfried currently, kind of at risk of the Honkai coming out of them. They all have control over it, but I assume that's what she's saying. The Honkai like actually came out a little bit.
危険と恐怖。
That doesn't sound like the usual Kevin.
そうかもしれない
Maybe, but back then I only felt
しか
lucky
し自分が運に恵
that
ま
I
れて
turned
る
down
こ
the
と
bounty of the Flame Chasers.
そし
If
て
I'd
永
crossed the
久の
line,
贈
it'd
り
never be
物を
the
拒
same.
否した
崩壊銃を使って
Recovering his
力を
strength
回
using
復
Honkai
させた。
beasts. How much has he recovered then? Let's see what we can dig up on here. Can I continue on this yet? I don't think so. Means I can't do Alicia. Which probably means I can't do Eden. Let's continue with Sakura then.
メイドの今の時代
Miss
にこういう
Radden, in
花
your
はまだ
time,
存
do you
在
still
し
have
ておる
flowers
の
like
か
this? In Sakura's hand, May saw a withering sakura blossom, spotted with scarlet splashes. It
少し
looks
形
slightly
が
different,
違う
but
けれど、
I think that's a
こ
sakura
れ
in
も
your hand.
昔、
We
自
used to have
宅
a
の
large
庭に
sakura
大
tree
き
in
な
our
桜
yard.
の木、桜が咲く季節
When
に
it
なる
bloomed,
と、
my father and I would
お
sit
父
together
様
in
と
the
一緒
yard,
に庭に座
drinking
っ
tea and looking at the
て、その
blossoms.
後、お父
Later,
様はいなくなっ
father went
て、
away and no one took care of it.
世話をする人もいなかったから、
そう
Really,
それは残
I'm
念じゃ
sorry.
実はわらわも長いこと
In fact, it's been a long
桜
time
の
since I
花
saw
を目にし
Sakura.
ておらぬの
It
じゃ
was on
最
the
後に
way
目
to a
にした
mission
のは
together with Kalpus.
あの頃わらわたちは
We just
約
defeated the
束の
Hershey
列
of
車に
Binding at
勝
the
った
time,
が
but it was a very bitter
あん
victory,
な悲惨
and
な
I was
勝
not
利
in the
を
mood to
前に
enjoy it.
実を言うとこの桜の花も
To tell you
エ
the
デンから
truth,
もらっ
even this
たも
one
の
was
じゃ
given to me by Eden.
血に染まった
A
桜。
bloodstained Sakura. Not
Eden
Eden's
らしくない
style. Maybe she learned about my old
彼女
habit
は
from
どこか
somewhere.
穴にある血は
Eden told me
わ
the
らわにとって
bloodstains meant a lot
特
to
別
me,
な意味がある
but she wouldn't
彼
explain.
女に
過去の癖。
Yeah, all 13 of the
忘れなぐさの
flame
ことか
cases
しら。
have had the mantis surgery. That part I know. The old habits of leaving Forget-Me-Nots. Forget-Me-Not is one of the funniest Marvel characters. He's a mutant that his whole mutant power is that he can't be seen, he can't be remembered by people. Like, once he's out of your general vicinity, you will forget him and any conversation you've ever had with him. Xavier can kind of remember him sometimes by partitioning off parts of his mind using his abilities. But otherwise, like, no one remembers Forget-Me-Not. He's just this really funny, random little nothing character that shows up every now and then and is really popular because his power is really funny.
ああその後それを自分の
I
象徴
really
にする
considered
こと
that
は
my
あまり
symbol from
ない
then
が
on, but I still kept the same old habits.
桜、あ
Sakura,
なたが
was
毒
your
よ。
cocoon? No, in the moss.
あなたが
What I think it was.
わらわに他の選択肢は
I
な
didn't
か
have
っ
a
たのじゃ
choice.
これはわらわと
It
火
was
を
a deal I made with the moss, with そ
そ
Dr.
れから
May.
メイ博士
The
との
only
取
way for me to
引
protect the one I cared about. And
So
then
then
she
okay.
was killed.
Miss
Radden, what brought you here?
どうして急にそん
Why
な
us
ことを
this
聞
all
く
of
の
a
かしら。
sudden?
ただ
It's
汝
just
の顔に
I
懐
saw
かしい
familiar
表
look on
情
your
を見た
face.
からメイドの
Can you
終
imagine
末前
humanity
夜の
before
人
the
類がど
Doomsday?
のような姿を
Out of
し
my
ている
duty,
のか
I dealt with a lot
同
of
組織の
individuals.
一層悪
Hunting
人の追
murderers,
跡
purging illegal
そういったことは
organizations.
全て経
I
験して
experienced
お
it
る
all. In
それ
fact,
どころか
they constituted
任
the
務の
majority
大
of my
半を
work
それらもう必要がなくなるまで
until it
費用
became
が
completely
常に
pointless.
秩序を
The
保っ
moss
てお
had
っ
kept
た
trying to maintain order,
少なくと
at
も
least for the appearance.
それで
So,
あな
What
たが
familiar
私
look
の
did you
顔
see
に
on my
見た
face?
まず質問に答えてく
Please
れぬ
answer this
か
question
メ
for
イ
me
ド。
first, Miss Raiden.
汝の
How do you
認識
reckon
で
the
は
common people
終
in the
末に
ending
直
world?
面した普
Are
通
they
の人
desperate?
間は
Helpless?
どん
We've
な様子を見
actually
せると思う
gotten
絶
specifically
望し
content about that
不安
before,
でいたたまれなくなって
where
いると
they
思うじゃろう
were
か。
living normal lives up until like the end.
常識で考えればそうでしょうね。
My common sense tells
だ
me
が
yes,
実際はそうではない
but
の
it's
じ
far
ゃ。
from the truth.
見
According to
た
what
と
I
ころ
saw,
では人
humanity
間は
was a lot tougher
わら
than
わ
we
たちが
thought.
どんなに普通のものであろうとどんなに
No
弱
matter
い
how
もの
weak
で
an
あろう
individual
と
is with their back
絶
against
望
the
的
wall,
な状況
they'd
に
still
直
put
面
up
し
a
た者
fight.
たち信じられぬか。
Hard to picture, right?
未来が立て
Determined, but also
絶
desperate.
わらわがそのような表
Still
情を
remember
初めて
seeing
見
this
たの
look for
は
the first time when I was
記憶
looking
が
into
確
an
かであれば
organization that
保
secretly
護という
conducted
名目
Honkai
で孤児
resistance
を集めて
experiments
お
on
きながら
orphans.
わらわが影か
When
ら
I was
彼らの
surveying the
拠点を
hideout in
覗
the
いていた
shadow,
時
the tough-looking
鋭
kid
い顔つきをした子供
took over
が
food
そ
handed
の
to
ような
him
表
with
情を
a
見
look
せな
on
が
his
ら
face.
その場所が危険
He
だ
knew
と
it
知
was
っ
a
ておいて
dangerous
も
place, but
餓
he
死せぬために
he
とどま
still
ること
decided
を
to stay
選
so that
択
he
し
wouldn't
た
die of hunger, and
そ
did
のような
everything
意
to
志から
survive.
その後は
What happened then? He turned into a
その
Honkai.
後はない。
Nothing.
その
His
晩
life
彼
ended
の
that
人
night
生は
on the operating
手術
table.
それって
Seems
今あ
to
なたが
deviate
話して
from
い
what
た
you
こと
just
とは
said.
それこそが
Because
わら
that's
わ
my
の伝
message
え
to
たい
you,
ことだ。
Raiden May.
決死の覚悟は確かに
The
効果
last
的で
stand
はある
spirit is
が
honorable,
非常
but
に
also
危険なの
dangerous.
じゃ。
I don't know who you're
相手が
dealing
誰な
with,
のかは
but
知ら
since you
ぬ
have
が
that look,
男女も
please
そ
be
の
careful.
覚えておくわ。
I'll keep it in mind. And we can't do that one yet. The backstory of these characters, or like not necessarily the backstory, the era of these characters and their relationship with it is really, really interesting. Specifically to me, like Sakura and Eden. Because like everybody has deep connections and everything. But Sakura had her sister and, you know, all this like normal person stuff going on. And she like, even though she doesn't show it, like all of the regular occurrences of the people like really, really weighs on her. Whereas like with Eden, because she was a singer, she has this deep like connection to the culture and all the most easily lost things in the previous era. And seeing her melancholy of all of that, seeing her trying to hold on to some of it, is absolutely fascinating and really, really well done. I just genuinely like adore the way that they're showing these characters and the differences going on with them and how they're dealing with this like loss of the previous era. Because even before that, we saw like through Fuhua's memories how she felt about it and dealt with it, and it's just so well done. It's probably the best part of this, more than even the actual story content going on. Just like the way all of these war heroes basically dealt with everything going on. It's really well done. It develops the previous era so much. It's also part of why I said earlier that I would really like a chapter of the previous era, which I guess on recollection we did kind of get with Fuhua, but not really in the way that I want. But it's just so well done. It's so interesting. Anyway, I'm like falling asleep and I want to make sure I'm giving this content the everything it deserves. So I'm gonna stop here. I think with Raven, that was also a decent endpoint. I'm going to, I meant to do this before, but I'm going to for next time try to stock up on like points so that we can go through and make sure we get everybody's stuff, because I really like these little character chapters and I want to make sure we get as many of them as possible. And also so I have like skips prepared. But yeah, we'll finish up Elysian Realm, unless there's a chapter 3, there might be. We'll finish up chapter 2 of the Elysian Realm next time. But until then, thank you all for coming. We'll be back tomorrow with Star Rail, Wednesday with the new class of 09, And then Friday with Key Locker. I hope to see you all again in the future. Bye-bye now.